What's up, guys? We're back in the studio. Welcome to episode 41 of Kart Talk. I'm joined by some of my best friends in the Mario Kart Tour community. First off, I have to start with thanking our super studs, Jeeves and Issa, for their awesome support. I always have a chair welcome for them anytime that they're interested in joining us. So welcome, guys. How are you guys doing?
Good. This was a very last-minute decision to join. So I think Frenzy Grind, sorry, this last minute, he's probably gonna be upset that I joined and he's not there. So sorry, dude.
Yeah, he had a busy week, and a couple others did too. I'm glad you guys were able to join. Thanks, Jeeves. Even last minute, we're glad to have you. Issa, how are you doing, man? You enjoying your year so far?
Yes, I'm doing great. Just enjoying Mario Kart Tour. Enjoying this amazing game. Like I said before, it's an amazing game.
Love the game, absolutely. Good. We also have two people who are joining us because of their awesome multiplayer skills. We had a contest over the month of January. Remember Multiplayer Monday? We do it basically every other month. And one of the prizes is if you're able to beat me, you get to join Kart Talk. So Draco's been on here, I think, 4 or 5 times due to being an absolute beast in the multiplayer arena. This is Tyler's first time, but I'll ask you, Draco, how you doing, man? You enjoying the tour so far?
I am enjoying this tour. Yeah, I really enjoyed this tour. Also, thank you for having me again. It's a pleasure always to try to beat you and everybody else who try to beat me. I need a challenge. Come on. I need every single of you watching this, come to join us as a member, join and have fun and do some multiplayer with us and try to dethrone me.
You know what? Actually, I thought you were over there. I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you with the Yoshi hat on.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I have a Yoshi hat. Oh, I'm sorry.
By the way, just to let you know, Draco655, he has an awesome YouTube channel. He is all about the Mushroom Legacy and everything not Yoshi. So to catch him in a Yoshi hat is a rare occasion. So nice transition to Bowser. And that's probably why we don't have the green screen on. Is it would completely erase his head with that zebra print or whatever you have going on. All right, and then we have Tyler. Welcome, Tyler. This is your first time on Kart Talk. So tell a little bit to the community a little bit about yourself. How you got started in playing Mario Kart, like before Mario Kart Tour. How you found out about Mario Kart Tour, things you like about Mario Kart Tour. Tell us anything else you think would be helpful for us to know.
So I'm Tyler. I started Mario Kart Tour in early 2021. I found out about it because I heard that a lot of people were playing it, and it seemed like a nice game considering I like Mario a lot. I'm not a heavy spender on the game. I've spent some on packs, some on the premium challenges, but that's it. And yeah. Can't wait to beat Draco again.
What was that? Sorry.
I can't wait to beat Draco again. Eventually.
You whipped him left and right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You showed him a thing or two. Yeah, actually, Nap won the contest for the month. So he'll actually be joining us on the rundown this upcoming week, which I'm so excited for. Obviously, we have a pretty awesome looking tour. And then not only will he be with us, but also Antelev's on vacation, so Larry98 has been is willing to join us and try to fill the awesome shoes, big shoes of Antelev. So excited for that. And then last but not least, we have Weby joining us. So one of the initiatives of season 2 is to get people incorporated into this podcast who may not be in our Discord servers or may not have been around from other channels. And so he was recommended through the Reddit channel. And so excited to have you, Weby. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got started in Mario Kart, how you found out about Mario Kart Tour, and anything else you think the community would like to know before we jump into an awesome conversation tonight.
Yeah, Weby over here. Been playing since the Cookie Tour back in mid-June 2020. I still remember getting Peach Hat as my first driver from the first tutorial. And then Gold Dry Bowser was the first one I pulled from an actual pipe. And I think the one thing everyone knows about me is if you see an absurdly leveled Hanafuda, that's me.
What level is your Hanafuda now that you open that bag of worms?
I have 6 of them invested at a high level, with the Piranha Plant one sitting at 8 quad.
Wow. That's bold, man. I gotta respect that though. Gotta respect it. I mean, you found your thing. You gotta respect that. I don't think anyone an England that can take that away from you. That's awesome, man. Well, cool.
I'm still missing 4 of them.
What's that? You're missing 4?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I got the last 7, and then I got the peach one from the battle tour.
You didn't go into the Hanafuda pipe back in
I wish I did. I wish it did, and it wasn't until like the summer when I was just checking them as a joke. It's like, hey, the probably Hanafuda is kind of cracked for me. It's a good thing because otherwise I wouldn't have good gliders like calamari too. Like that's half the treasure map 7 triple.
Wow.
I think the flying flappers. The treasure map is actually my first big glider investment. People are probably going to assume it's the Hanafuda, but it's actually the map.
Very cool, man. Well, that's what's great about this game is that we really focus in on these meta items. They give you maximum coverage and really get you a long way. But there's so many ways to play this game. If something works, that's what's great is any item can work really well for someone's account. If it fills gaps that maybe, again, like for you started in the cooking tour, you missed the first 9 months of the game. I started in Easter that same year. So I missed, 6 months or so. And so I have different gaps than other people did. And so, things work out differently for different accounts. And that's what's beautiful about this game. We never shame. That is for sure. All right, we'll jump right into the icebreaker, which is what is your favorite driver alt of all time in Mario Kart Tour? So I think we had a brief conversation before we got started. Weby, I think I already know your answer, but you want to tell everyone else what your favorite driver alt in Mario Kart Tour is?
I have a feeling that from before I was implying Gold Drive Bowser, but it's actually not him. It's actually Vampire Waluigi.
Yes, let's go.
7 triple. I'm waiting for a reason to take him to level 8. And I mean, the level 8 track is okay, but I already have an 8 quad purple free runner. Don't need to kill that off just yet.
That's a good point. Yeah, so you just like Waluigi like myself, or what was
Waluigi's up there. So they have like Yoshi, like I have an 8 triple Reindeer Yoshi, Egg Hunt, like not the gold one, the actual Egg Hunt is 7 triple.
Okay. Wow.
No, he's not good. I have a lot of quirky investments, and if it's coming from me, that Egg Hunt's bad. That's how you know he's really bad.
Yeah. Well, here you go. I appreciate the unbiased perspective. That's one of the things I always pride myself for my channel is that I'm able to, like, the tropical truck is doing great right now, and it's one of my favorite. But if it wasn't, I would call it out too. Like, the Sakura Hop Rod hasn't been that great for a lot of accounts. And it was good for a little bit, but for me, it's really important to be unbiased. It's really important for me to say, be able to put my StudFit hat on and take off my player shoes and be able to say, yes, this is doing really well, and not have my heartstrings pulled on it. So, for you to be able to do that with that kind of goes a long way. So appreciate that favorite alt. Tyler, what about you, man? What's your favorite driver alt of all time in Mario Kart Tour?
I will say Meowser, just because I ended up getting 200 rupees from adding one friend, and I pulled like 3 times on that, got him, reset, and pulled another 2 more times and got him again. He's just been like one of those drivers where actually been like reasonable for my account, and I want to bring him up to like 7, maybe even 8 at some point.
You talk about Meowser?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good for every account, man. I highly recommend that, man. That's awesome.
That's for me.
He's got 30 non-cities. It's only
beast,
one
man.
back of most of the game. There's I think there's 2 other drivers that had 30, and then the most is 31.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I think there's some alts that are unique to Mario Kart Tour. Meowser obviously coming from the 3DS world, a big game there for them. So they went all out on Meowser, and he's been kind of king of the cats for what it's worth. No, that's a great answer. Great answer. Draco, what is your favorite driver of all time? I mean, you are like the alt queen. Which queen is your favorite?
Yoshi. Oh wait, that's right. That's not the princess. Sorry. I mean, I don't want to be biased into this answer.
Yoshi Egg Hunt.
Yes, that one. But right now, I think my ultimate favorite is the one into this tour, Ty Daisy. I mean, she has umbrella. She's so cute. I love her sound. I mean, buy it. Like, if you don't have it, buy her. But for me, she is, even like if it was not the greatest drivers, I would still be my favorite alt. She is just stunning and the best rider in the game. So, yeah, I mean, for me, that would definitely be Ty Daisy until it remain, or maybe a new princess or a new Peach would take over that spot. But for now, she is the best, and I like her a lot.
For 105 rubies, just get her, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Yeah, I mean, she's what's been interesting about her her transcendence over the last 6 to 7 months has been the fact that she's been getting so many coinbox exclusives. I hear so many people when I post my slides to Reddit, there'll be people saying, "Well, she's not in ranked. I had her at level 6. She hasn't done anything for me." Here, don't fret. Don't fret. She has the exclusivity, and when it comes to planning the future, we have no idea what Nintendo is going to do. All you can do is stack your chips in where the highest opportunity is, and Daisy has that. Yeah, and this tour, it's so weird. This tour, she only has one rank track out of the 2 Bangkok and the 6 total. Just very odd, but it is what it is. I mean, honestly, I think they're holding her back for some reason. Not holding her back necessarily, but like, you know, keeping her a little bit mysterious and like kind of giving her all this value and like, but like in an illusion way. Like, look over here, and then, you know, dish her all the value over here. So yeah, it's been interesting to kind of watch her transcendence, but she's obviously crushing it. We'll get into a lot more about this tour and Daisy as we go forward. But Issa, man, you got to give us what's your favorite driver alt of all time in Mario Kart Tour.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to piggyback off of Draco. Daisy.
Daisy.
She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. Oh goodness! You know, if you don't know, Daisy's my favorite favorite character. So just seeing her and that all, it was just And I have her at level 6 double.
Which Daisy?
Daisy.
Yeah. I'm still holding off. I'm trying to see where they take her, but once I feel like I need to go all in, I will. That she is so beautiful.
Let's go. Love it, man. Love it. Jeeves, what's your favorite driver alt of all time? I don't think we've ever asked you this question before.
Probably not. I mean, I'm going to give you 2, one based just on aesthetic and then one based on how it's valued my account. Like basing on aesthetic is Rosa Swimwear. I mean, she's not used as much anymore. I mean, I've heard 8 double capped. I think I took her to 8 during the Sundae tour because I think she was used there. Like I think she had a buff on one of the Sundae tracks.
It was R.
It was the one with a lot of gliding, because I remember thinking like, this is a lot of gliding for a coinbox.
Yeah, I mean, probably wasn't a smart move, but you know, it's coinbox. You know, you can't really go wrong with coinbox. But you know, I just think she's gorgeous. She looks like my wife. So, honey,
that's for you.
Wow. Okay.
The other one,
all right.
I think of actually Shy Guy card actually is Pink Shy Guy Ninja. Is that considered an alt?
Yeah, absolutely.
That has saved me in ranks. I can't even count how many times that driver has saved me in ranks. It was just a spur of the moment. I took it to 8 triple right off the bat, and it was like one of those things where I was just like, oh, screw it. I'm just going to have some fun. Usually, like, I don't go hard on a driver unless it's coinbox or whatever. But when he came out, I mean, he was there for ranked, like, I want to say for like 6 tours in a row and just bailed me out. So yeah, let's go for the Shy Guy squad there.
Shy Guy squad, let's go. Yeah, we got a lot of new Shy Guys coming up, which we'll get to here in a second. So just to let you guys know at home, we'll be talking a little bit about this winter tour that we have here. Talking cities tours, talking a little bit about some of that coverage, how do we treat those. And then this morning, we again, we're recording this on Friday night. We saw an insane Explore Tour reveal. So we'll get into that. I know some of us are more excited for next tour to start than others. Jeeves. So we'll get a lot into the Explore Tour. Then we have some good questions, a little bit about Up ranking, and even some controversies here at the end. So join us over the next hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes as we talk about that with our friends. So let's get to the winter tour here. So Millie asks, woohoo, it's the Asian Metro Tour we've been clamoring for. Brand new Singapore 3 and Bangkok 2 and Bangkok 3. What are your thoughts on the new tour, guys?
I personally, it's weird. I've been telling some other folks, like, I love the tracks are fun. The newer variants. I mean, a lot of the Bangkok ones are really fun. The Singapore ones are fun, but it's also boring. Like, I'm literally like just done with it. I think it was like done with it. Like after the first week, I was like, you know, I think everyone's not even spending tickets because it's a city tour. I'm just waiting for the next one, but like it's very weird because like the tracks are great, so like I don't want to discredit Nintendo being like a boring tour, because I mean they're a lot of fun. I think from, you know, for an ACR, from an ACR perspective, because I play ACR, like it's not really fun to grind because, you know, no one's really going for it, at least from what I know. But you know, the tracks are kind of fun. It's a good, you know, in a lot of sense, it's a good way to polish up some skills. I've been working on player level. I'm up to 295 now, so I'm pretty happy about that. Okay. Yeah, so you know, there's some Draco's going for a world record. You know, people are doing different stuff other than like ACR and rank that we usually focus on. So, you know, on a positive note, like it's kind of cool to see some different aspects of the game being played.
I agree with you, Jeff. I mean, this tour for me, it started like very fun. I think for the first 5 days or so, I was like, oh, doing rank is fun. The new Singapore, I'm a huge fan of Singapore music and Bangkok. I love those tracks so much. But when I play like Tokyo, like all the variations of Tokyo, like 1, 2, and 3, and from like they're so short. Like
but they're like fun though. I still think they're fun for short tracks. I mean, I
think it's so many, it has some nostalgia to it, but they are very short. Many of them.
Yeah. For me, this is what like really like what is like make me down this tour. It's like it's really the Tokyo, like it's just not fun. In general, like for me, I love like city, but like in very small amount and not like fully like city tour. I'm not a huge fan of those, but like this is like, yeah, I'm almost done with like the tour as well. I mean, after like a couple of days, but I was like, oh, maybe I should do something else to just like make it a little bit like fun, because otherwise, even for ACR, like it's really rough for my own perspective of my concept. And with the Tokyo track, it's even like to getting like top 1000, where normally it's like easy peas. Like right now, like I'm struggling to even get 1000 because it's just the track is so short and so hard. So yeah, I mean, I agree with Chief 100% on this one, but I cannot wait to go to the next tour.
anyone excited to just be in this tour a little longer? Is anyone like really enjoying this tour? This is like their tour.
Oh, not me.
No. Wow.
I'm gonna attack this question from two different sides.
Let's go.
Both my personal opinion and the problems this tour has for the game. Period.
Okay.
My perspective, I'm not a fan. Anyone that's known me in a while knows I absolutely despise Bangkok.
What?
The variety is fine. Like Bangkok's at least has variety, but like I don't know what the music is going on. I think the last half sounds like it came from a government hold center. If your whole music is decent, then this does not apply to you. And then like the visuals themselves actually hurt my eyes. Like I cannot grind Bangkok more than like 15 minutes. It's partially why I've pretty much given up in rank, even though I've got like level 6 gold chuck going on. I just can't visuals. After Singapore was probably going to be like my second favorite city behind Berlin. But then the Chinatown thing was just a big disappointment.
Wow.
Like I know, like if you have 200cc and you're doing Singapore 3, I think it's the T version. You can start a frenzy, go through the entire Chinatown, come out of Chinatown, and you're still in the frenzy. Like that's the problem. The Chinatown was a very hyped up thing that I saw, and for it to be that short is a letdown.
Okay.
That's my view of the problems with the problems with this from the community side. Singapore 3, Bangkok 2, Bangkok 3 are all fan favorites. At least Singapore and Bangkok in the general sense are.
Yeah.
They released 3 tracks all together, dumped in a format no one likes. Like you could have easily tried to hype for 3 tours, maybe even 2 if you really felt like doing Bangkok 2, Bangkok 3 together. But then they just dumped it and ruined like 3 tracks that people probably would have loved in the other formats.
Sure.
There's that I also looked it up. It's like the first time we've had 3 new cities, the first time we've had 2 routes of a city together, and the first tour since Halloween 2019 that added 3 tracks. That's a yikes for me.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Why do you think that they brought in 3 cities this tour? I mean, are they trying to rush? I don't know. They could have milked it a little bit just on just the Bangkoks. Why bring in 2 Bangkoks and a Singapore? What do you guys think?
I think it's just something that they do, on a not a occasion like on a frequent basis, but they did it like for our anniversary. I think it's just one of those things where, hey, let's show off our cities. I think it's great. They're a lot of fun, but like I said, for ACR, it's we've all known if you're an ACR, you don't really go in for all city stuff. So, that's just kind of I think what they do. I hope they continue doing it because like it's a very nice change of pace from the constant grind that people do, and it really shakes things up a little bit. So, I don't know if that's a popular opinion, but I think it's good to have just for a nice little change of pace for a tour.
I would agree with you, but specifically why 3 new cities? I mean, I feel like they could have milked it a little bit longer.
Because people need
I feel like this one was kind of rushed, to be honest, in my opinion. Because I feel like people were really anticipating this to come a lot earlier. So considering that we were all wanting this to come earlier, it made them feel like rushed to put this tour out and to please us, and just made it a lot worse.
I think that's
actually could have
valid.
been.
That's a very good point. Yeah,
that's a good point.
I think I think personally, like why they did that is because the other city have more advanced, like they show it like recently more and make like 2 and 3, and Bangkok was like only showing 1 time. So I think maybe it's a way to be like, okay, we're just gonna probably just bring Bangkok 1 time this year, and here's 2 new track for it, and then probably gonna see it next year because that's the first time we see Thai Daisy. So maybe it's something to it. I don't know, but that could be one way because I think in Singapore we saw like 2 time at least last year, or just they bring like 2 and 3.
Yeah,
and this is one way to catch a little bit to those other city with many variations.
We'll say whenever there's a next city in a tour, if it's it better be a new one. I think we are due for a new one.
Yeah.
That could be Wired also they did that.
I think we definitely need a new city, but it seems like it's just easier for them to just keep releasing different variations of the same cities. It is kind of odd. Go ahead, Weby.
Sorry, I was going to say, are we out of city variants now? Unless you pull a 4th one on us. Let's see. Yeah, we got Amsterdam 3, we got Singapore 3, Bangkok 2 and 3.
I think you're right.
I think we're out. We're out of variants, aren't we? Like they have to like do like Paris Promenade 4. Please no, that track is garbage.
Hey, we got Valentine's Day right around the corner, man. Don't talk too loud.
Well, maybe next tour just randomly buff Rose Pauline and Cupid's Arrow, or are there any gliders for Valentine's Day? I don't know. Wonderful Garnet, close enough.
It does look like we have a new garnet or some kind of gem coming up here. This like diamond or something.
Yeah, I think it's a diamond. It's a diamond. I'm pretty sure. I think the Japanese name is like Awesome Diamond or something like that. I don't know where they're going though. Like it's an interesting contrast to have the garnet with the wicked topaz, and now it's like, okay, we're going to get more.
I feel like we'll get 12. We could get 12, man. This is like the new Hanafuda.
The new Hanafuda.
Oh no, the Wicked Topaz has honestly been one of my worst investments. I put a 4th single at launch, and it only has like 3 tracks of potential, so it's still rotting at 490, and I'm pretty sure I can almost kill it with the Candlelight Flight Cake.
Okay. Interesting, man. I don't know what the deal is, but I know that some of the months, like Garnet obviously being a birthstone for the month of January, and Topaz being a birthstone as well. Yeah, I mean they could do this for all 12 months of the year, and it's their game. We're just living in it.
Garnet's January. I'll say I just looked at it. It said January, and I think the Topaz is like November or December.
Something like that, yeah.
So
what do you think about the word winter tour, this winter fest that we have? There's like nothing wintry about it. I don't know. What's your guys' thoughts on that?
I mean, this is a pretty nice winter,
right?
Yeah.
This is a pretty nice winter. Hey, we don't have to shovel any snow because there isn't snow.
I mean, there's some snow outside for me, so we are definitely winter.
Oh yeah, you're in Canada.
I don't get.
Nope.
There's no snow over here. I'm on the west.
Cold weather right now. If anyone wants
everyone, no, I don't want it. It's like 8 here. I'm glad I don't have to put up with -45. So anyone that has to put up with -45, please don't get called.
It's really
Yeah.
cool.
So what do you think about this
Draco leaves the
Fest
chat.
winter tour? What do you think the logic is behind this? I know that they've kind of goofed up a little bit for the autumn tour. Like just a little bit of timing was just off, like maybe one tour, but this is just way out. This has nothing to do with winter whatsoever, other than Ice Mario as a goal.
Let's see what Issa wants to say.
This is weirder than the.
I don't get Nintendo. When they previewed this tour, I was just like, what? I was like, what is this have to do with winter? Like, don't call it a winter tour and you're. I don't know what this is. I was very confused. I mean, it would have made sense if they brought back what's that city tour? Vancouver.
Your city. I mean, come on, man.
We had done the actual winter tour.
Vancouver feels more autumny. Like Vancouver 3, I think had like all those maple leaves on the ground. But you had like the hockey stadium. Like I said when I first heard when the hockey arena came, I was like, okay, come on, make a goalie Bowser or something.
That'd be pretty cool.
Honestly, I honestly thought the shadow teaser for Haiku Wario was Wario with the Stanley Cup. That didn't happen. I'm still waiting for my hockey player. Come on, Bowser, Wario, and DK. They all look like goalie material.
That's true.
DK has so much potential.
Yeah, like some flying duck goalie.
I was thinking, didn't they mix city tours and like Nitro tracks together before?
No.
Yes, they have. Mario vs. Peach had both Tokyo Blur and Ninja Hideaway.
Ooh, wait.
Okay, hold on.
Ninja Hideaway would have only been a Ninja tour.
Hold on, I think
it was in the Mario vs. Peach.
Wait.
That was in the Summerfest from 2021.
Yes, I know what he's talking about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It was later in that year.
Yeah, Mario vs.
like
Peach
this summer.
tour.
I think I said this wrong. I mean, like tracks like DK Pass and stuff, or DK Summit. They could have mixed that with Vancouver or tracks that had snow in it. And maybe I don't know how y'all feel about this, but maybe bring back snow. What's that? The game
Snowland.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, honestly, they've this is not their first rodeo. They've done winter tours before. They've nailed it.
Yeah.
I think they're trying. I think they're trying to respect the folks like in the southern hemisphere, like our good friend Aussie Kart that doesn't get snow in it.
Oh yeah.
They don't have to be experiencing winter, but they know what winter is. If we have a frost tour,
I'm just trying to
Penguin Mario. Remix Vanilla Lake 1, or as I like to call it, the Chinese knockoff of Sherbet Land. The good Sherbet Land.
I mean, are you talking
about there's penguins around. Why won't you make Sherbet Land instead of Remix Vanilla Lake 1? Does anyone like that?
You can't have your cake and eat it too, Weby. That's the lesson we've learned here. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's good.
If it makes sense, it won't happen.
So does anyone have
Nintendo.
So obviously we've kind of talked a little bit about the differences. Is there one tracked variant that is like your favorite this tour though? Like if you had to grind more XP, you wouldn't feel like it's a task with a specific track. What would that track be?
Tokyo Blur
3T.
Yeah, I would say
3RT. Yeah,
I would say either 3T or like what is it? Think 2N.
Oh, you guys are the newbies.
Wow.
I like Tokyo though.
A lot of day one people. Right?
When
you start?
I am a fan of Bangkok Rush 2RT.
Same.
I am also a fan of Bangkok Rush RT and 3RT.
Ooh, RT's good one.
I feel like we should have.
But like the Tokyo ones, we've done them before. I mean, like, if you're day one, I mean, I don't want to show whatever, but like
it's nostalgic for sure, but it gets old real quick. It just takes me like 2 races. I'm like, that was kind of fun. And then race 3, I'm like, all right, I'm done with this.
I think I was telling God Mode the other day, I could do Bangkok Rush 3RT all day. It's such a fun track.
It is.
Yeah, but for me, I never play.
I really have bad loadouts on that one too, but it's so much.
Bangkok deserved its own tour. I feel like
Bangkok.
You're going to introduce new variants. It deserved its own tour.
That's true. Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, I think Bangkok is my favorite city. I love all variants, and I just think it's like the vibe. I don't listen to any music or anything, but it's such a cool. I mean, there's multiple tracks to go, so you can like sit back and kind of go a different track. You can go up above, you can go down below. Yeah. There's good drivers on all of them. There's no like weird, sorry, no offense, Draco, but there's no Peach Explorer where I'm like, what am I doing here?
She's great.
I mean, I know, like it's an actual. I've been on this show many times, and you've probably heard me say that Vancouver has been my favorite.
Yeah.
With this tour, Bangkok supersedes that.
Wow.
These areas, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
They are gorgeous. Yeah.
They're gorgeous.
Vancouver was one of my favorites too before Bangkok got introduced. So definitely.
Like for me, like
my favorite.
No, I would just want to say, like, for me, that was the first time I very experienced Tokyo Blur 3RT because I never played the track before. I think I just played like the 1 and 2, they're very short. But that track, I don't know what it is, but there's so much coin and boost and everything in this track. It just, I can play this all day. But I would agree with Jeeve that the Bangkok 2 and 3, I think my favorite would be 3 than 2. But they all so much fun to drive on. It's unbelievable. And I like the flute with the Bangkok. So
good, guys. Well, we've exhausted talk about this winter tour. Let's move into the exciting, epic Explorer Tour, guys. This is Captain Evans says, well, this came as a surprise. A brand new Nitro track for Mario Kart Tour and probably Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as well. Piranha Plant Cove. Do you think this track will play out well? Who's going to be buffed here? What do you guys think? Who's excited?
I'm excited just to get it out of the tour.
I'm and I feel like that's what really attracted me to Mario Kart Tour. Well, not attracted me, but that's what really makes me love the game is because every other week is something new. You never get bored of just playing because it's always something new, always something new getting introduced. So I mean, I've never played. It was a track before in another game, right?
No, this is brand new.
This is brand new.
This is brand new. We never seen this before.
Completely brand new.
You're probably thinking of Slide.
Wow. Well, I'm excited for it. It's a new track. I'm excited. I can't wait to play it.
I can't wait to play it too because what I saw, like, it's really brand new and there's a like cross path, like almost Bangkok where you can go. So I'm curious to see like if it's gonna be like a city with maybe like different paths or maybe other variation of it. I don't know, but like this track with the music on it, or like you like 100% that music of the new track is amazing, and I cannot wait to hear more of that song when I'm gonna grind on it. But I mean, I also like this is gonna be part of water, which I know StudFit is love water track. But
you know me too well.
Yeah,
I love the water. Beaches, pools, whatever, but not in Mario Kart. I don't like it.
No, I don't like it in Mario Kart either.
I'm skeptical with. Oh, wait, is that supposed to go? I think I cut off someone again.
I think you got cut off there.
Yeah.
I think your audio dropped off. Do you want to repeat that just from the start?
I was going to say. The water tracks I'm still skeptical with because it could be Cheap Lagoon bad, or it might be like Shipyard isn't that bad to drive on. It's just clunky with the end of RNRT, and looking back on it, Amsterdam 2 may not have been that bad. It's just, why is this a city track? But like, I'm
really
so skeptical
despise
with the water,
too.
and I saw the huge staircase, and I'm like, oh no. Yeah. I know this like Luigi's Mansion, New York Minute 3R, Bangkok Garage is like, don't drop my combo, and it just drops the combo, mostly because of the clunky stairs, or it's like New York 3R. Hello, we would not give you a trick, because yes.
Yeah, that's just kind of like with the Riverside Park, with that bridge.
I don't like Riverside Park. I'm not a fan of that one. I'm one of those annoying GBA purists. Stop ruining the tracks, Nintendo.
So actually, Jack the Dark Blue Yoshi asked about that. What's your thoughts on Rock Mountain or Riverside Park retouring for this Explorer Tour, and which of the items you think will have more value? So He actually asked, Riverside Park kind of fitting this explorer theme. What do you guys think? Do you think we'll see it coming back?
I personally think the Ramby Rider might, because I'm using the Ramby Rider like 3 times already, because it's got like 2 Rocks and 1 Riverside. I have that 8 quad.
Rock doesn't. Rock, man, that track does not come back very often. But Riverside Park, it's been a hot minute. Rock
is annoying to grind. I think it's the Sky Tour is like my first ACR. I was like the 12K back of S-Man, then I just got screwed over by the boss when I had a good run going. It's like, yeah, I'm not grinding this track for a while.
I mean, is it like
I'm going to have to do that?
Is it like Rock Mountain? We still don't have any RT version of it.
Yeah. No, Rock RT does not exist. I don't think it ever will.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I mean,
that's what I'm hoping for. If anything, they give it RT. If anything, they give it RT, but I doubt it's gonna happen. It might be the only track that doesn't get an RT variant, which is gonna be disappointing.
They will give us Rock RT and just give us the most bizarre top shelf of all time. Let's see. What will be bizarre? Pastry Chef Shy Guy. I don't think that many people have him at a high level.
Ice Mario.
Every time Ice Mario's in rank, there's always like this cult that has him 7 double. Who are you people? Why do you all have Ice Mario at a high level? Isn't he?
I just assume they're all your friends.
5. I don't know. I think unless the same guys in my rank is like, hey, Ice Mario. Yes, I had a lot of Ice Marios in that DK Summon RT buff.
I only have Ice Mario at 2.
I was using Dr. Bowser. Yeah, I think Dr. Bowser, 6 double.
Wow.
I've got to go at the doctors. Dr. Bowser, Dr. Peach, got stuff quickly.
Go with it, man.
But I mean, to me, like for the original question, I mean, Riverside Park. I mean, the opposite. I kind of like this track a lot, even if like some of the track had like maybe like 2 item box, but the 2 item box doesn't matter to me. I know I can play my Tie Daisy on both of the track, and that's value for me. And the track is just like the music is cool. The atmosphere of the track is very like tropical, and I like really the style of it. There's a baby junky place to it, but I prefer that variation than Rock Mountain. I'm sorry, but I have my princess don't own this track, so I don't have like a lot of top shelf in those. So it's kind of like like it's less fun. Yeah. But Riverside Park will be. I'm kind of happy to see it back. So.
I don't know, man. I know I really hated the fact that they just had 2 item boxes, but other than that, it's a great track. It's actually fun to grind. I have no problem with the drivers that they put on the top shelf. It's kind of a fun track. You got the dinosaur there. I like the track. It's just the item box is just it's a deal breaker for me. I feel
item box in that one bridge, and it's those bridges.
The bridges.
Always got to come with it.
I've seen people speculate there's going to be a lot of older tracks next tour, and if that is the case, Riverside Park is going to be like the game breaker. Like if you're going for ACR, because I know that's tough. Like I have the normal variant. I don't have only like a level 3 Kangaroo Yoshi, which I'm not using because I don't have the item. Or the level 3 Cat Rosalina. Still need to get a Kitsune and Luigi for that. There are some good stuff there. Like I know the T variant's got started great sale. I think that's fallen off, but that was a really good glider. And then of course there's the whole 2-box thing. Do you really want to grind a 2-box?
Yeah.
So that's that. Riverside's probably going to make or break if that's the case, assuming we don't get too many newer tracks.
Yeah. Crazy asks Piranha Plant Cove. Let's transition from Riverside Park. Which we have no idea if it's actually coming back to Piranha Plant Cove, because it's a brand new, what looks to be a Nitro track. Crazy brings up the fact that they have several branching paths blocked off by fences, something we usually only see in city tracks that have multiple variants. Do you think the Piranha Plant Cove will actually have several different routes like a city track does? Do you think we can have different variations?
I think it's gonna be like a Nitro, that like Ninja Hideway and Sky High Sundae and Merry Mountain, but just have like different variants along with it. So it's gonna be like a mixture of like a city and a Nitro, which it would be unique to have its own different thing. Like, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I agree with that.
think
I
it's
hope
cool
I hope this track would break just the like I don't like the shift of meta we have right now, and I hope this is gonna be like something like a city, but into a track which is different. Yeah, we'll have to see.
I would say it's one of either two things. It's either what speculate as the multi-path, and or it switches from the laps. Because if you saw like the spot the difference teaser, one of the difference was the pillar fell over. So it could be one of those tracks where it changes, or it could be both. Like we've seen crashing pillars before in the Mario Kart series, like Dry Dry Desert, Dry Dry Ruins. So maybe they could do something where the path switches.
I can see
I
that.
don't know. I think it'll be
Okay.
interesting that way, in my opinion. Hopefully.
Definitely, we're intrigued. I don't know if they'll kind of treat it similar to maybe like some of the like Bowser's Castle. We have like 3 or 4 Mario Circuit. You know, we got all these different variations. They could go that direction. I think it's pretty slick that they're doing it that way. I think that would spice things up, which we certainly need Nintendo to do at this point in time. Crazy also asks, additionally, do you think Piranha Plant Cove will be treated like other Nitro tracks, where we only see them once a year? Or do you think they'll be mixed in with the retro tracks throughout the rotation? So let's talk about Nitro tracks. So when we talk about Merry Mountain, we talk about Ninja Hideway. These tracks that kind of come in just once a year. We don't know necessarily if they'll change that in the future, but based on the trends that they've been giving us, you know, we see these tracks come back once per year, and that's it, like just that one time. So for like inner algorithms, it's less valuable than some of the other regular retro tracks, but it's more valuable than a lot of cities, just because the cities, I mean, even when they do come back, they're never ranked anyway. So what's your thoughts though on Nitro tracks? Do you think this one will just come back just for this, you know, just for like this weird spot?
I think it's gonna probably continue that pattern. I think sometimes what I noticed with some of the Nitro tracks is the drivers that debut on the Nitro track actually have good value beyond that track. You know, you had that with, you know, Shy Guy Ninja, you had that with Santa Bowser, you had that with White Tanuki Mario. So I'm really paying attention to see what these new drivers are going to do. I do not see them coming. I don't see this track coming back, you know, for a while, whether it be a year or. But I'm keeping that in mind because White Tanuki Mario has been great since Sundae Tour. Santa Bowser was great. I mean, I know it's coinbox, but he was one of the first triple capped. And I think was it Shy Guy Ninja the first boomerang?
Yeah,
First time
he was.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was.
I would, if you're going into this, pay attention to this driver. If you're gonna, you know, if you want to splurge or try to invest in them, you know, you might want to invest in one of these. So
I would also say to look at the gliders. Like there's things like Flying Flappers, Icy Mario's Mustache, Sakura Origami. Those are all good. Oh, the ice cream gliders, both of them. I think both are top 10.
Yeah.
Sakura Origami was not good.
Sakura's been heating up. Although I will admit the problem Sakura had starting off was the Candlelight Flight. It got like 7 overlap. It was like number 1. I think it's number 2 this tour. Like that thing's been helping me lately.
I still regret going in on that one.
I got that over Armored Rider and it turned out being better. So
wow, okay.
I mean, for me, the Sakura was better one.
I brought Armor Rider back when the first came out in the Spotlight shop, but I still not have touched it.
I don't know how the carts do. I don't know how the carts normally do it for these Nitro tracks. Like I don't think the ice cream buses are good. I don't really see anyone talking about them.
They're actually doing pretty well in the meta. Their coverage is handling pretty well, but I don't think people are really excited about its size, and so I think a lot of people haven't invested in it. And so if you're only listening to the community and like what they're chattering about, I don't hear people investing in them a lot. But their coverage is actually really well. I think they're both top 20 carts in the game.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like I know Sakura Hopper, I don't think is doing well. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I really liked it. I invested in it, and it did really well for me for a certain period of time. But then it just dropped off. For whatever reason. But the thing is, when it was crushing hard. It was like Coconut Mall that summer, the summer when we had Bangkok and Coconut Mall, and these tracks. What was it? Shipyard. These tracks just kept coming back, and they had good coverage. But then all of a sudden, it just got put on a shelf, just like everything else. And I think what hurt is when it was put on the shelf. It was a little premature. It was a little early for putting it on the shelf. But I wrote it out. It was a lot of fun. But still one of my favorite cars, just because I like the pink color, and I always like the hop rods. I know Jeeves loves the hop rods. It's one of his favorite, right?
Love them. Absolutely. I hope if Frenzy Fangirl's watching this, I love those hop rods.
I mean, this are cool.
This is the same as the Andriod Rider, right? I think like it's starting so strong, not top number one, and then just like going down, and not recently, like a few people on tour, just getting buff in rank. I'm like, oh, this card is being back, like the same thing as the Sakura Origami. I never like being so good for me, and I was like, oh wow, I need to invest into this right now for my top 100. So I'm like, yeah, I mean now it's showing me some love. I'm like, I hope for the Glider of Jeeves that would do the same, and they just put it on the shelf, and now it's gonna pack up. We never know, Jeeves. We never know.
Never know, Jeeves. Don't count it out, man.
Yeah, I would say the Diamond Glider, it's going to be broken. Like if I'm just looking like the non-sitting nitros, like drivers and gliders. Like I'm keeping an eye on both those like shy guys, because someone in the Reddit server, I think it might have been Me Flame, said that one of them's going to get a plus skill because like the first tour people can hit tier 99 with the 300 rupees. Like he's thinking one of the shy guys would be the plus skill. I would personally say it's the yellow one if they go with a plus. I'd say if there is a plus skill in those, I would say it's the yellow one, and he might have like giant banana or coinbox.
I'm saying coinbox for the yellow one.
Yeah, or
And
light
the
blue could
one
be
I'm gonna say like dash ring.
Light blue could be boomerang, or they could just do lucky 7, because lucky 7 just feels like the item you could slap on anyone with no reason. Be like,
that's true.
Why not?
It's the most
But then again, we haven't
yellow
proper
triple
lucky
banana
7.
or
We
banana
haven't-
barrel. And then you
Banana
give
barrel.
the light blue like lucky 7 or boomerang.
Remember what we all thought Daisy Tie Dress would have banana barrels because of that postcard? That did not age.
Oh, that postcard, I
Yeah.
remember that.
I remember it was like banana barrels. I was like, that would be funny because no one likes that item.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think it's
And
no
then
one likes that
coinbox.
item. It's like no one remembers it. I think it's worse than no one likes. At least if you don't like it, you acknowledge it exists.
Yeah.
Banana barrels is what? Diddy and Funky?
I still think my favorite one is Vacation Luigi when he or I think it's because we saw his shirt and they had all the mushrooms on it, so we just all assumed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Classic.
what
Classic.
was,
Yeah, those postcards were never helpful.
remember Samurai Mario? Everyone assumed Coinbox.
you know what though?
Yeah.
I was very, very vocal that I think people were assuming. I actually felt like it was going to be. I thought it was a dead giveaway for Boomerang because when we see those coins like stacked on top of each other, the only other track that was kind of that way was Ninja Hideway, and obviously him being a ninja, I was like that makes too much sense that he's Boomerang. But for some reason, people like just saw coins and didn't see that they were stacked. I don't know why people got Coinbox. It never made sense to me. But there were some people. To me, I thought it was very revealing. That was one of the more revealing ones comparatively. But it is what it is.
I like seeing people do all this weird logic that might be right. Because people did that for Gold Egg Yoshi and Gold Petey. There were some people that thought he would get double bob-ons. Because the trend goes, all the golds get a coin box or an explosives, and we still don't have a double bob-oms gold. Because Dry Bowser's the cannon and Shy Guy with the Giga.
Yeah. Well, we take this game a little too seriously. If you haven't heard, Weby, we like to.
I figured I'd probably analyze it too much in a weird direction, and people are like, "Are you crazy?" Yes, I am crazy.
And then when you actually talk about it, it makes sense.
I'm not confused. I'm not confused. I'm perfectly insane.
I like that
college joke from last year. I am not explaining that one.
Well, good, man. Well, one of the last questions submitted about this Explore Tour, which looks awesome. I don't know if we've fully exhausted this. Do you guys think that they'll have plus skills? These little shy guys. I honestly think that the shy guys,
It's
when
gonna
it
be
comes to
one
like
big
character
one, yeah.
diversity, they've got some of the most alts of any other unique driver other than Mario and Peach, like and Luigi. Like I don't know, these shy guys are given some, huge shout out to Shy Guy Kart. But he's been compared to like the other drivers. I mean, done pretty well for these shy guys, but they do not have coinbox yet. So do you think that they could kind of carry this little trend of having a little smaller driver with a coinbox like they did with Larry?
I'm thinking they're gonna wait for Shy Guy to give him coinbox. Considering we got a Larry not too long ago, I'm thinking they may give one like a random plus skill like Lucky 7. And the other one's just like a really trash skill like or like triple bananas.
I think at some point they have to give him something really good. I think the only skill they have is giant and boomerang. So one of them has to be maybe good. Maybe they can make him like not good, but either way, I mean, those all are. I'm jealous because I was hoping for a new princess still, but don't have any. But I mean, those shy guys look pretty cool. But I hope they did not do the same treatment as to the explorer because her old look very good, but their skill is not. So hopefully this time around they would treat the shy guy well, and you guys would be like, "Oh my god, a new coin box! I need to invest into a small drivers," and that would be so much fun to watch.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if one of them's coin box. As kind of the whale in me. I wouldn't be surprised to throw a coin box in there, and I think after tier 99 we get the next coin box me, and we're going to be torn on what to do.
That's a good interpretation.
I like it. We actually talked about this a little bit before our member multiplayer Monday, this past Monday. I think that they could. This would blow everything out of everything we know about Mario Kart Tour. So pay attention. So what if the new driver that were to come as a reward for tier 100 is a driver where when you select the course, you also select that driver's skill?
No, they wouldn't do
that idea. I actually kind of like that idea.
That would be amazing.
It's a great idea, but
I like that idea.
Nintendo would never.
We're talking about tier 100, man. Tier 100.
You're giving too much power. You're giving away so much power to the player. But
here's the thing: is you're gonna want to get to tier 100. You're gonna do whatever it costs. And the thing is that most of the time people are just going to use Coinbox anyway. But there might be some tracks where you want to use a boomerang because of like how many drivers on the middle shelf. I don't know. To me, like that would keep the player base just driving up. I mean, it could drive revenue for them too. Like to me, like that makes too much sense to do it that way. And then, I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I crazy?
I mean, it's a great idea. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I respect the idea, but I don't think that really that doesn't follow in line with the whole meta of the game. So it's a great idea. Don't get me wrong. I think you're right. But like, if that happens, StudFit, I will come over and give you like a bunch of Italian sandwiches or something. You know, it's like, yeah. If you want to, you want to put money on it, man, I'm willing to throw some down.
What?
Like, we'll do some.
What kind of sandwiches?
Wow.
Wow.
Wait,
dude, kind of sandwiches on the line?
That's right.
What kind of sandwiches,
line, man?
What kind of sandwiches?
I mean, it is a great idea, but like,
I mean,
some wet beef.
It's such a good idea, but imagine this: like, if it's a Miis suit, it would be like bonkers already because 2,000 base point higher. Plus on that, I like the idea about it can be versatile in a way where you can grind for Waluigi, you can grind for specific tracks. If it's short, you can maybe change it for boomerang. If it's a longer track or so, you maybe want to go for a coin box. So that could be like very versatile.
Gives too much power to the player, and I don't see Nintendo doing that.
Why? Honestly, like I don't know. Like I think that would invigorate people to have more fun.
I think people would just be. They would still have the same drive to grind, even if it was just another coin box me.
So here, you want to hear the thing that
I don't want to hear anything, man.
this is like when I'm on a run or something, and I'm just like off in space, just like thinking and la on. So here's what would make everything kind of an even playing field is that they released at the same time, or maybe similar times, released a blue ticket, and this blue ticket allows you to be able to slap that ticket on any driver and allow for 24 hours. You can pick that skill. You can change the skill for only a certain period of time, 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever they decide.
I don't think Nintendo will ever.
I feel like you get that in a way. No, you just have to pay like money per tour. Like they give you an option per tour. They put in like a pack with like the rubies. You pay more for the more amount of tickets. I mean, if you do that, it's gonna be broken.
I mean, it would be fun to think about, but I think you're full of crap. So
I mean, it would be better. I mean, it'd be better to have
they came out with suits, man.
I mean, I admire your imagination, but like you gotta bring it down to earth, dude. And way up.
I do notice one thing that Nintendo is doing to get people to actually grind more in rank since they got rid of the gacha pipes is
the
rank rewards. Now I feel like in certain tier levels, like near tier 100, I feel like they should definitely up their game on the rank rewards. Like just in general, that would definitely get people to grind more.
Well, this tour has been rough, but I feel like
it really has,
and some other some of these like the question mark block suit. I mean, honestly, the rank rewards have it goes from feast and famine. It goes from like everyone's slitting everyone's tires, like trying to win ranked at any cost, and then you have other weeks where people are just sliding into I'll get 6th place this tour and wait till something good comes up. I don't know. It's you bring up a good point.
It is for supers too. People go hard for the supers.
Talking about supers.
I will. Let me add this.
I grinded. I wanted the orange.
Orange Yoshi was more competitive in my ranks than Gold Petey. Like, why the heck you want a super more than a large coin box? I got level 2 without trying. It's like, what the heck? I mean, I think it's because there were like almost no plus skills week 2. I remember if you wanted the plus skill, you had to have Gold PD for 1, and then another check you had to have Gold PD level 6. And I was already there like a 7 triple van, Legion 8 triple gold driving Bowser. I was like, okay, guess I'm winning this one.
I mean, I would love to see some blue tickets because, like like my Dr. Peach can bet maybe some better value. Like you would see like a driver who have like a ton of track. You'd be like, yes, that's a good investment because you can change the skills like when you want. It'd be like, yoo-hoo, you gotta ride those other track with a plus skill.
Cool, I can make everything
grinded for gold PD. I purposely grinded for gold PD because after looking at it, I think it was like Saturday or Sunday that tour, I saw that I needed to use him on 2 of the tracks. I was like, okay, I'm saving my ticket specifically for him. As soon as I get him, I'm gonna bring in the 6. I was 1 ticket away. I couldn't use him on the last track, and it didn't matter because I still had I still had an easy week. Like I didn't even grind any of the tracks. I still won.
Nice.
After on the 7 or 6.
Good. Well, this was a good conversation about the future of Mario Kart Tour. Yeah, I don't know. I do feel like they came out with Miis suits, which is crazier than anything we've talked about just now. When it comes to base points and everything, I do think Nintendo this year has to do something to spice things up. I mean, there are a lot of people.
Level 9. That'll be the one.
No.
When is Sammy's birthday? When is Sammy's birthday?
I was going to say Sammy, poor Sammy. I hate Sammy's birthday, by the way.
Yeah, I hate it too. But when is his birthday? Because I can never remember.
Well, it's like February 23rd or something. It's late February.
Level 9. We're all screwed.
Level 9 for his birthday.
You think level 9's coming? You guys think?
Yes.
Let's get it.
Not in the near future. Not in the near future.
They make 8 way too glowy, like.
Yeah, but they can just change the glow. The glow could just go
Yeah, I
away
got
from
the-
8, and now it's on 9.
They brought, in my opinion, they brought 8 too early. And if they continue this trend, I feel like they're going to bring 9 either late this year or early next year. But I'm hoping they don't and leave it off for like later next year.
No,
I'm also the Mii meta is also weird because I've only invested into like actual 2 Miis, like I've invested hard, and like I'm just checking my base points. I have the castle suit 6 double. That's already at 1,370 points, and I haven't been like a serious Mii collector. And like my
I'm
Drydows
not
suit
either.
6 triple, 1610, like. It's great, and I'm planning to get the brown suit next tour. Like, if I don't need my ruby somewhere else, I'm getting the brown suit just because it's a new
The
bomb
brown
on
suit?
cannon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
Picture
what I
of the
have.
same logic that-
Having grinded.
Picture of the same logic people have in Coinbox. Now replace it with bomb on cannon, and you've got me. I literally
Got
got
you.
Builder Toad in the
Ugh,
Piranha
I
Plant
don't
Tour,
like those.
literally
You know what, Weby-
because he
Weby,
was
you
my
would've been
only
great
missing
for-
cannon.
You would have been great for our member multiplayer Monday. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
We love our bomb cannons, man.
Yeah,
I hate those.
I
Poor
have
Draco.
been given
Specifically.
nicknames that I have been given
Poor
nicknames
Draco.
that I should not be repeating here because of that. I will not elaborate here.
Yeah, there's no need.
I think Draco might be aware because we were with OG for a bit, but
Maybe
yeah.
not. I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh yeah. Maybe we didn't play multiplayer because like I don't use cannons for clan wars. I'm not that crazy.
Well,
Pretty
either way,
nice.
either way.
Yeah.
I think Nintendo has to do something crazy this year. I don't know how I feel about level 9. I think it's too soon. I agree, Tyler. I think they came out too soon with level 8. But I don't know.
I think you should bring Kareem in next Kart Talk. We'll see. What he says.
Yeah, but I have an interesting
maybe-
thought about level 9 because like the Miis suit was released into like I think like maybe early March, but I'm thinking like the base cap will stop when there will be 1 year anniversary for the Miis, and they may be gonna
That
bring
makes sense.
level 9 there at the same time and
I
bring
can see
something
that.
up different.
I can see that.
Yeah,
We'll change
the
something.
Browns-
That kind of makes sense, but I'm hoping no level 9 with it.
I think they
Brown
yeah,
suit
we'll see.
is the brown suit's wave 25, and then we have wave 26 that I'm hoping is Koopa Paratroopa. I don't know. I'm connecting some like once wave 26 comes, that's like the 1 year suit. I have a feeling not this like the Buggy Bid, Thingy Bob, or Paratrooper, or Bowser Jr., whatever the heck that is. I think the suit after that one's going to be like a coin box or something. It's like, here, 1 year of Miis. How about a coin box? Because why not?
I mean, it is time for maybe another Mii coin box. I don't know, man.
It is
I was
time.
thinking
We
about
don't need
I
it
was thinking,
anymore.
like,
We
what
need
if they
more
did-
boomerang Miis.
I want.
do need more.
want
I
the
think
next
Boomerang-
Miis
Isn't the
one.
PD suit's been popping off lately from what I've been
It's been
hearing?
crushing it,
It's
man.
pretty good. I have it at 4 and I
Yeah.
want to bring it higher. I just don't have the reason to at the moment.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
he's-
also
I think
Santa
you
me.
should- I think you should go in. I think you should go in.
You should go in,
I think you
Tyler.
should
Just
go
go in, man. Do it.
Alright.
Do it.
I'll
Just
do that
it.
before
Just do it.
Daisy.
Just get it over with and then just be like, oh,
Yeah.
I already did it.
I think the other scary
I'll do that before
things
Ty
with-
Daisy.
The other scary thing I've noticed with Miis is like it's pretty much comment on how bad Larry Wintertime has been. If you own the Santa suits, like if Larry's there, Santa suit's right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, normally if it was just a random lucky 7, of course Larry would be the better option. But like I've seen people say, like, what Larry's not been good for me because I bought the Santa. Like they're like I bought the Santa me too, and like. Yeah, like they don't get their use out of Larry. They're getting more use out of the Santa suit.
I did
I
not
would
buy the
normally say-
Santa suit, and I did buy Larry.
I bought
have,
Larry. He's level 1.
5.
Part
I
of
have Larry
me
at
wants to go.
5.
Part of me wants to go for like owning every villain driver. I'm missing 3 right now, soon to be 5, and like 3 of those are Shy Guys. I can't say I'm a fan of Shy Guy. I'm not. No, that doesn't mean I hate him. It's just like a. Why exactly do people like him? Again, no offense to people that like Shy Guy.
He's got that like Mike Myers mask that just makes him look pretty sick, man. There's something that's just a little sick nasty about him, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's
He's
sneaky.
cute on the
Just-
outside and then devilish on the inside.
I just wish that they kind of did better with alts. Like this will probably get me in some interesting reactions,
This
but
will get you canceled.
I'm not a fan of Ninja Shy Guys at alt. The animations are
What?
fine.
Whoa.
The animations are fine, but Shy Guy Ninja as an alt, in terms of like just the look, is like a very lazy option. At the very least, we didn't need two. Like I can understand the Ninja Shy Guy for like Ninja Hideway's second go through. Like I always said this from the get go, we should have had Samurai Wario.
Wario, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you there.
Yeah,
The garlic and everything, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I've said it
agree.
before. Like every now and again, I think of like drivers that got like the wrong special item. Sometimes the things like meows with the coin box are kind of odd, but then I'll go around and say like, probably should have been a coin box. Like, it's Wild West, and you got Wario. The better question is, why doesn't Wario have a coin box? Come on, Nintendo. If you're gonna be spamming us with coin boxes, at least give one Wario. It makes sense. It's Wario. Instead,
would
he's
y'all
got
bring to the
Bob on
guy?
Cannon. Okay, Bob on Cannon I can see for Wario. Then a Fire Flower? Like, why?
These are two good questions, man. You're asking, you're preaching the choir here for us. There is one last question from Nap about this Piranha Plant Cove, which actually it looks like an absolute sick track.
Mhm.
I'm pretty pumped about it myself. Specifically, he says, with this new Nitro track, we have our annual new Nitro track. So we had Merry Mountain in late 2020, Ninja Hideaway in 2021, Sky High Sundae in 2022. And this new Piranha Cove in 2023, but the game has been breaking trends all along here. You guys think that this will be our only one?
No,
I hope not.
Don't think so. I don't think so.
might be
Because
one more, just because it's coming so much earlier than the other ones did in a way. Because Merry Mountain came at the end of the year, Ninja was closer to like the middle, and then Sunday was closer to the middle. This is just really early, which is making me think that there might be one at the end of the year, like Merry Mountain, which could be a possibility. That's what I was thinking, just because.
I'm
Well, he
expecting
brings up maybe
two.
even this Yoshi Island for Easter. I mean, what do you guys think about that?
That's what I was thinking, because I think some people data mine that, and I mean I want to believe it's true or not. I hope I would be. I just want to be surprised. I hope that's true, because that would be very interesting. Like Yoshi Island. Wait, why am I encouraging Yoshi suddenly? That would be great. Maybe they will bring a Peach track. Let's see, but yeah, I hope it's not the only one.
I'm going to say there's going to be at least two. Like, I'd say at the bare minimum, like, as long as DLC is still coming from Mario Kart 8, like, if you've noticed the in-game news when the DLC drops, it's always check out the track in Mario Kart 8. Wave 1, check out Ninja Hideaway Mario Kart 8, check out Sky High Sundae Mario Kart 8, check out Merry Mountain. So I'm still thinking Yoshi's Island is going to be wave 4 with the timing, if that track happens. And then, like, they might just slap Piranha Plant Cove into wave 5, but then there's something they have to do for wave 4.
Unless they put both in wave 4, and then find another random track just to like put in the other two. But like, that's gonna make it a lot weirder.
I mean, like, there are still like the leaks for Mario Kart 8, but is that considered not permitted to talk about here because it kind of goes into what I'm going to say?
You can talk as long as you don't curse words. You can talk about just about whatever you want, man.
Okay, because if I believe correctly, the Mario Kart data mines for the DLC for Mario Kart 8 have like a bunch of mystery tracks, wave 5 and 6. Give me 1 second to check that. It's like wave 5 is like 3. Let's see here. 1 minute. No.
We do have. Maybe we could talk about that, about just Nitro tracks in general. We have these.
It's. Oh, sorry.
No, you can go ahead.
I was gonna say there's one. Assuming that the DMIs are still accurate because of Maple Treeway being released so early. That's a whole another beast in itself. There's one non-city Nitro for wave 4. There's one for wave 5, but then there's 3 for wave 6. Now, I don't know if these will all be Nitros or if they just don't have prefixes leaked. Like, it's like, I don't know, maybe there's enough for N64 that they didn't manage to leak that, in that case, please fire me, Snowland.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ties between the deluxe DLC and Mario Kart Tour. I personally haven't been. I don't carry too much stock in that, but I think from this perspective, for Nap's question, I think there was, obviously, like Merry Mountain and Ninja Hideway, that was only, like what, 4 or 5 months difference there between them. But then a whole year goes around where we have before we have Sky High Sundae. And if you remember, 2021, I think it was, whatever. It was a pretty boring year. Like, it was kind of like a filler year compared to like this year, 2022, was absolutely crushed it. So I kind of blame that on, really Nintendo just saying, all right, we'll see if this game works out, if there's enough people to play it. And then they realize, okay, so there's actually some revenue in it. There's people playing this game. And then they said, all right, let's give them some new tracks. And then they went gangbusters in 2022. Yeah. And that's when we see things now, here we are going on, I guess 6 months or so since Sky High Sundae. So maybe that's probably going to be the trend. I could see even something for Easter. I could see Nitro tracks being like a new thing, and probably I think their goal for doing it is to try to bring people in from the deluxe, right? So you have all these, I just know, like, if anyone in the Mario Kart Tour community has a video that mentions or even sniffs at some kind of DLC, 1,000 extra views. It's just people from the DLC, like, they're just like literally dying to get content. Meanwhile, Mario Kart Tour, we're just sitting here just like, content's coming out left and right, and it's kind of just the same people watching. So I don't know. There's something about the deluxe that Mario Kart is trying to tap into that player base who has been, seemingly dying for content. So we'll see what happens. But I think, to Nap's question, we have like these mobs in the data mining, MOB being like mobile. And so there's, I think, like 3 or 4 other tracks that could come out. So I honestly believe that this could be the year of Nitro. I could see us having 3 or 4 Nitro tracks this year. That's my bold prediction for what's coming.
Want to put a bet?
What do you want to bet, man? You want more sandwiches?
I'll do
more sandwiches, bro.
I'll do an episode of Kart Talk topless.
What?
Three Nitro tracks in 2023, and I do Kart Talk topless.
Can I join?
Let's do it.
Deal. Let's go. Let's go.
I'll just comment that there's like 8, and that's probably including Piranha Plant Cove. But who knows what they mean? This tool is already causing all the problems because people think this was Mob OR, and they were like, Orlando, light blue crawly cart leak. Ooh, that's the flag of Orlando. And it turns out OR just might stand for Ocean Ruins.
Ocean Ruins, there you go. Yeah, you never know. Merry Mountain is something like, PS or something weird. So you never know. HC, there you go.
It's hill climb. It's a hill climb.
Hill climb.
Sky High Sundae is ice building. Very good name.
Nice.
And the Ninja Hideway is like Ninja Mansion. At least that one, they made sense.
That one makes a little bit more sense.
It could be anything. People have speculated it could be the NU track for Piranha Plant Cove or AT. There are some people thinking this is supposed to be Atlantis.
Okay.
That sounds cool. No, I want Atlantis and not Athens.
At least I'm kind of happy to see this crawly card, which is not like Curse Winter.
Yes.
It looks fantastic. Yes,
doesn't it?
It does.
Let's go.
There's wintry colors. There's your winter. Good enough.
I hope it's good both because I wanted to
be high. I hope it looks like a spider, right? Like, do spiders survive in winter? I don't know. I don't want to go into biology class right now.
It doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be look cool. So I'm with you there. There are some Crawly Cat fans out there that are going bonkers over this thing. So can't get mad at that.
It's Nintendo. If I've learned that if it makes sense, it's probably not going to happen.
No, it's too easy.
I felt like sometimes. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I feel like character alts and items, they just drop them in a hat. It's like, Cat Luigi, Giga Bomb. Good idea.
Well, what are you going to give these cats, man, other than Cat Bell?
Bell. I pretty much just thought in my mind that Meowser could have had like 4 different items better than Coinbox. Like,
the cat are for
Flower, Bob-Omb Cannon, Super Bell, Bowser Shell. It's
Bowser
honestly
shall
weird
make
looking back at
sense.
the past years because people were just like, Meowsett doesn't really deserve coinbox, but it's like you're the tiger, so it's fine. I mean that logic makes sense, but then like we didn't get a Nabbit. Like back when like this current tour was supposed to go to the New Year's tour, people were assuming gold Nabbit. Well, it turns out Nintendo doesn't even care enough to give them a note. I apologize on behalf of all the Nabbit fans.
Yep. Good. Well, wow. I think like this is episode of the controversies. So I got to bring up a couple that I've started in the last couple tours. Get your feedback. So in past episodes of Kart Talk, and also even I mentioned it briefly on the rundown, I stated that although we would love to see more character diversity, this would be a question about character diversity. So everyone get your pitchforks out. I patiently am waiting for Waluigi coinbox. I would love to see that. But the addition of creative Miis, such as the Roaring Lion or the Roaring Racer, the Ice Cream Mii suit, the Reindeer, the Castle, all these awesome looking alts here, in addition to the new drivers that they've been releasing, I feel like it's a pleasant addition to the character diversity equation. I know it doesn't replace, having your favorite driver, because again, I'm rooting for my Waluigi coinbox driver, but it add to the equation. When I mentioned it, you would have thought I said that I only wanted Mario alts forever or something, because everyone was coming out of the woodworks with pitchforks trying to have my channel taken down. What's your opinion on Miis? How do they come into the equation of character diversity?
Can I make a parrot instead of a pitchfork?
Sure, you could do that. Yeah, you could do that. So what's your thoughts then?
I'm actually gonna take it on two sides. It's not exactly diverse. I mean, some of the designs are cool. Like Dry Bowser's my personal favorite, and like Castle. But I'd say it's also trying to hide less from character diversity. It's more of item diversity. I mean, like we haven't Bowser shell, we haven't had one forever. Triple green shells, we haven't had one forever. Bomb cannon, we haven't had one forever. Fire flower, and it's like, oh, if you want those new items so badly, have it in a Mii form.
It's true. I mean, you could. I mean, we're getting to the point now where you can use a Mii suit that's non-plus scale, and you can get just as many points. And we're at the tipping point where you can start to get more points than a coinbox driver with a double coinbox frenzy and two singles.
I agree.
Am I crazy, guys?
No, that's a very legit thing. I also think with the Miis, I think it gives them an outlet to be kind of just out there doing creative stuff, like a Castle Mii or whatever, because they will, if you're an ACR or day one player, you will need to get them if you want to succeed. So this gives them an outlet to kind of, to kind of release some kind of creativity that's just that kind of out there, because like, yeah, I'm never going to use like the Castle one. I'm never going to use this ice cream one, but if they're going to increase your base points, yes, I'm going to get one. So it's multifunctional in that way.
And on top of that, that also help like new players, because if like you don't know where to start, those Miis are very cheap compared to the rest. If you pick just them up, as you can see, like in ACR, it's almost like the half already of the ACR with just Miis, which is ridiculous.
I feel very lucky. Like I feel very grateful that I saw, and I'll credit God mode again. He's like, they're going to be valuable even if you're not going to use them just because of the base points alone. Now, I didn't think they're going to go where you can get 2,000 base points if when you triple cap or when you quad cap those coin mods, but I don't see them going away. So they're going to be, important. So they and have all like, even if they're just like the bland color, people are complaining about, oh, we got a brown one now or a yellow one now. They give us whatever, we'll eat it up.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, like
solid points.
Like I'm noticing big things like just seeing like individual tracks. Like I know when I started off at Bowser Castle 3T, my original drive was like a level 4 single cap charge and chuck. I know it was like big gains as I was leveling up my Dry Bowser suit for that. And then there's also like they have like tiny coverage.
I mean, it's not even just talking
them.
about levels. Just get them.
Yeah.
Get one. You don't even have to do anything with it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And
I
it
don't
feels
do
like
anything. The only Miis that I actually that are used in my account are the 2 coinbox, and then I think a couple tours ago I went on and the King Boo one. That's it. But because I've gotten all of them, they have helped my game so much.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
because of the base points alone.
And also,
Yeah,
I was
like,
I was talking with Kareem, and it was like, did you see like the cat Miis recently? Like it's just picking a lot of buff, and like Kareem was like, wait, yeah, you have like almost like over 20 track, and if you compare the base point strategies with 20 track, it's really good.
Yeah,
Like,
but like if you're not a player that even looks at coverage for the Miis, they're so valuable just because of the base points. And I'll even throw a curveball.
I don't think that's a hot take, Jeeves. I think everyone gets that. I mean, even what I liked even was Weby's point where he's done nothing to invest in the Miis, and already they're kicking him in the face with how valuable they are.
Yeah, well, that's good. And I'll even take it a step further. I wonder if they're going to even, like, before you do this blue ticket stuff, I wonder if they're going to do it with the carts and gliders.
Oh,
I like that idea.
Yeah, like I've noticed, like there's also the meat buff. Like I'm just looking like Bangkok Rush is all the me ones. Here I can try showing my screen. It'll be a bit reversed, but like Dr. Peach is losing out to the castle and the Dry Bowser suits.
Yeah.
And note that the castle suit is the same cap level. It's 1370 to 1190. Like,
I see. Yeah.
And then like whatever track is there is going to be what's benefiting me. Like there's one of the Singapore tracks. Yeah, Singapore 3R. I would be using like a level 1 Wintertime Larry, but the meat buffs are putting the castle suit there.
Yep.
So there's also that. There's also those like they got rid of spotlight buffs. Like you can't use like Tiny Dress Daisy in the 3rd course of each cup or whatever, but they still kept the me buffs.
Still kept the me buffs. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, did they keep the commemorative buffs? Now that I think about it, I don't think they kept those.
I don't think so.
I don't think that they
see
have.
Hot. Yeah, they got rid of those. The commemorative boosts are gone. Like it's not there in the hot rod. So like it's only the me boosts that are there.
Nice, good.
And then I was gonna say because the me cups there every 2, I know that at least one course I'm going to be able to use like my high level Dry Bowser suit.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? So character diversity. What I think about that is that this might be the way to save the game in the, if you like, Dash Ring or you like Bob-omb Cannon, to your point, Weby, like here you are, you're giving a me and because you love that skill so much, it's resurrecting that skill to be, I don't know,
viable.
Part of the meta now. As long as it's tied to a me.
Yeah, like I'm using like castle suit, like Piranha Plant Slide R. Like I didn't have a good driver before that. So like I'm using like Piranha Plant Slide R. There's a couple of the castle tracks, but like Piranha Plant Slide R is the big one, and like I don't really need to invest like PD because again I don't like his item. I'm not a Boomerang fan, and don't need to level up like the weird drivers like Party Time Pauline.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But yeah, for the question, I kind of like love the fact where we have like diversity, like mentioned, because like normally into a driver, you maybe not gonna see ice cream, peach or whatever, or you're never gonna see something like a reindeer or something like that. It's like kind of cool to see like another slightly way to have some favorite. But reindeer, but like
but no, I mean you're not gonna have a castle or Merlion Mario.
Right.
Yeah. At least you're gonna see something interesting. That's cool.
I'm imagining like the Merlion, but instead of the lion head, it's like Mario with the mane. I don't like this mental image. That is very cursed. What have you brought
I'm upset that the lion's face isn't facing us. Like that would have been so much cooler.
Honestly, if you want my take, I'm not a fan of Roaring Racer suit. I think like the Merlion just looks kind of goofy now. Like Roaring Racer, the cart, actually looks intimidating. And now the Miis suit looks like it's a cartoon character. Okay, Nintendo. At least it's still recognizable.
This isn't like a cartoon go-kart game, right? This is like everything's cartoony.
Yeah.
Did you want it like
Just
realistic?
extra Kurt. I mean, I don't know. I try to think realistic, and all I could think of is the comic crew just
Like, let me ask you
soda.
this. What is the perfect Mii suit? Like, what would be if you had to if Nintendo came to you and said, "I want you to design the perfect Mii suit." What do you think you?
I
create?
want
It's
to
a question for
connect.
everybody.
I want to connect Misu.
I want a peach.
That'll be the next
peach.
coin box.
That's
What did you
coming.
say, Jeeves? Oh, a what suit?
Kamek.
Oh, Kamek. I heard Quebec. I'm like, why do you want a Canadian province as your Mii suit?
That's me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's weird with the character suits because like we don't have a Daisy's or Waluigi suits. I'm like Waluigi. I mean, you could put like Waluigi Stadium or something. Like
We'll get there.
Daisy, you could probably put Daisy Circuit in. Like,
I'm over the
random
colors.
and
I would rather have a Waluigi suit or a Wario suit than have brown, like a poop brown Mii suit.
Yeah.
people are so.
like,
I've seen
you
people
know,
that
Yellow and
I've
green and guys, I'm over the colors. Like, how many more colors do we
Yeah.
need? Are we covered yet? Are we gonna do magenta and violet and like other
Yeah.
colors in the
I'll
spectrum
do
right
it.
now?
There's a ton of color missing in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yes, no, yes, no.
We need an
Rainbow
orange, dude.
Bee
Where's the
racing
orange?
suits.
It's base
Rainbow
points, though,
Bee-
dude.
Oh god.
Rainbow Bee racing suits, which I would
No,
unironically
please don't.
get. I mean, I like rainbow stuff. It's why I have the Dreamy Egg at 6 double.
I mean, you're planting
Now,
on
if,
these
all,
suit.
if only I had a reason to take the Rainbow Star shoot up further.
Yeah, that one's pretty
I
lame.
mean, I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of a reason, but
that
then
one.
again, I'm the guy that has 6 high-level Hanafuda, so I think all logic is out the window.
Well, your
And if I
logic
let
is
him-
your logic. That's what's great about it. Is no one, there's no
Yeah.
fallacy. It's yours.
I mean, hey, it's saving Calamari Desert, and like I missed the AC on the Battle Tour because the cutoffs just kept going up and up and up. But I had said that if I actually made it, the Spotlight Shop would have actually saved me because it actually needed the Cape Mario Hanafuda. Remix Chocolate 1, brutal. It's
That's
like
what's great
Remix
about this game,
Chocolate.
man. You can invest in anything, and it'll be worth it to you. Just for
I
having,
mean,
just
I
for
agree.
taking it to level. It's not causation. It's hold on. I'm trying to think of the phrase. It's not correlation. It's causation. So you've caused it to be valuable. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's valuable to the majority of the community, and that's what's beautiful about this game. You can make
Yeah,
things
it's like
valuable.
it's like what I showed before the stream started at 3DS Rainbow Road score 61,000. I just see Gold Dry Bowser and the Gold Bunny. Like the Gold Bunny was one of those items that just somehow gave everything at debuts. It either gave you the try to get 6 double or was a gold pipe ring.
Yeah.
It's like sweet. And to give it a count of how useless it is in rank, I've used it exactly one time in rank, and I have the 7 quad. Maple
Nice.
Treeway RT.
There you go. Good. I like it. Any of you guys want to talk anything more about the character diversity on the topic? I know Draco, you would probably love for there to be as little character diversity as possible, right? Just keep it all in the Queen City there.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they would just bring a lot of more Queen Mii suit. I would love to that, but yeah, I mean, I just prefer. I mean, I love the character diversity, and this is what attract people into the game. Is really like those specific character which love the most, and they just enjoy a new outfit or a new like poster what they do in their when you race with them. Like for me, like Farmer Daisy, it's a good example. I love her animation when I race with her, but her skills are not that great. But she's just cool. So I would just want they just bring more diversity. And the Shy Guy, it's a good start, and I hope they will keep that trend and they bring more than just 1 or 0 per tour. So this is a really good start. But yeah, I hope this year we have more diversity, more princess, please. Hello,
More princesses.
more princesses.
As
Now
you
that
say,
I'm looking, now that
Right.
I'm actually just looking at the Misu collection, it's almost like it's like a way for them to kind of include characters that won't become playable, like
Yeah.
like the dolphin, a Cheep, a Goomba, Rocky Ranch. I mean, Cheeps and Goombas don't even have hands. How would they even control a cart? Then again, we have a King Boo being a literal ghost, so I can't say anything there, actually.
I know you bring up a good point. Like, what if they're doing Miis just to kind of throw a bone to like that obscure character that's in Mario Kart, but probably not going to actually get its own driver. No, I think that makes actually a lot of logic.
I want to kind of see more of what they did, like PD Piranha going forward with original characters, where you get like the actual character in a Mii suit. And I just said before, if that character, like the next suit is like Paratrooper, that's what they're going to do. Is like you can get an actual Koopa Paratrooper, or you can get like the Paratrooper Mii suit. That's the direction. Like, and there's still characters like Honey Queen, Wiggler. I've still been waiting for Wiggler since before I started playing the game. So
there you go. I mean, we might get a Wiggler Mii suit. What do you think this? I don't know if anyone's cleared this up. I haven't seen it in our server if they have. But what do you think this Mii suit with like the little wings on the back? Is it like Wild Wing style? What's the logic there?
I was originally thinking it would be like a Valentine's Day suit, but now realizing it's kind of a little early to release the Valentine's Day, because the way their Valentine's Day falls, it's either you give it like almost a week early or almost a week after, and it just doesn't make sense to give it a Mii suit.
I'm gonna go further with my Paratrooper thing. I've heard rumors with the ID Gap things that we're getting one of the GCM mushroom tracks, like Mushroom Bridge, Mushroom City. And going off of Double Dash's logic, the files with Double Dash refer to Mushroom City as Pata Pata, which is the Japanese name for Paratrooper.
Oh.
Whether or not they would keep that thing going 20 years later is not in my knowledge. But that would be interesting. Mushroom City, which is like Paratrooper's original track, with Paratrooper as a driver and the Paratrooper suit. Come on, put Paratrooper in. It's already bad enough you have wonderful wings, which is you literally ripped off a Paratrooper's wings and you gave her the red shell plus. Who wants to point out how messed up that is? Any takers?
That'd be pretty good skill. I don't know.
I don't know. Then that makes me wonder what skill he have, and then I keep thinking triple greens. I'm like, just slap Lucky 7 on him.
There you go. You've thought a lot about this, more than I was expecting. So congratulations there.
I think
last controversy I'll bring up tonight. So I recently put out a video about using the iPhone's iOS speech commands and the iOS shortcuts to run auto mode over and over again. I mean, we're running auto mode when we just press that one little button, but like using speech commands to just push that button without us actually having to touch it ourselves. Now, obviously, it's just using native things in the iPhone. But I've had a couple people, saying, "Hey, I hope you don't get your account banned. I hope this doesn't open you up against the breach of service." And I was a little scared, and looking at the terms of service, I'm not using any third-party app. I'm just literally using my phone and what comes on it to automate these things. So I'm curious, though, what's your thoughts on using these speech commands and using these shortcuts that are already in the phone, or for those using Android or other devices, using the actual auto clicker third-party apps. What's your thoughts on this topic? Is it am I getting an advantage? Is it unfair? Am I cheating?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I want to first respond to this, because I think last time I was on, I brought it up, and I think it rubbed some people the wrong way, because I think some people thought that I suggested it gave an unfair advantage, and I might have actually said that, but I don't think I really meant it. All I wanted to get across is I personally, and this is just personally whatever, I personally like just the grind of getting the tokens done by myself, on my own, and that. Does it give an unfair advantage? I will just say no. I don't think it does. If it does, it's maybe very minimal. I really respect the amount of work and research that it's done, like especially with you. And is it Matt and
Matt Aldridge?
Matt Aldridge. I
want to give credit to Beer. I think Beer.
Beer.
Give us some good details.
So I really respect the efforts, and I really want to say this because I really think I came off the wrong way last time. I really respect the efforts they put in just to help people. So I don't think it really is a controversial thing. If that's kind of how you go, that's fine. I really don't think if there's any kind of advantage that it gets you, I think it's very minimal. So, I want to credit those guys for getting the efforts and you stuff for checking it out. Personally, like I just won't do it because like I just like it, it's just part of the fun of the game. You want to. It's almost comparable to the new thing of how to get rid of the bots early. With the
easy
battles
bots
and stuff.
Yep.
This is not like the NFL or like any kind of big sport where they get so scrutinized. So, play the game the way you want to play. Like I just, like I said, personally for me, I don't do that. I don't do the auto clicker kind of stuff. But if you do, like, I really don't think you should be judged for that. So credit to those guys to find out, I just really want to make sure people hear from my heart about that because I really think I came off the wrong way about that. So,
well, we accept your apology, Jeeves. That's really kind of you.
So from my point of view, I think I think it's unbelievable. Like you've people have found those ways to help other people because like I don't know, like some people don't have much time. Some people work a lot during the day. And they don't have the time to get those tokens out and they take a lot of time. And if you're going for seriously top 10 or top 100 attempts, sometimes it's really get bored to just doing that and you don't have the time for it. And it's a great solution to doing it. My personal way is like Jeeve, I do it myself. Like it's kind of rare because now I'm using like auto mode sometimes, which a lot of the time I never do. But it helps and credit for the people who have done it, and that if that helps someone, it's already a gain. So anything can help the communities. It's a plus. It's a plus. So you should respect.
Absolutely.
I think it's outside of the box because no one would think about doing this, and even if it gives you like an advantage, it's slightly like what Jesus was saying. It just makes it a lot quicker. And me, I like Jeeves and Draco. I don't use it at all, just because I don't have that other device that I can use to control it. I just do it on my own, and if I complete the tokens, I complete the tokens. If I complete them, I do, and if I don't, I don't. I just try to get all the rubies and coins and at least half the pipes done, and maybe the balloon. And if there's high end in the shop, I'll get those.
I really want to really stress that I really don't think it's a controversial issue.
And just to piggyback off of what everybody's been saying too, everybody doesn't have that time to grind, and it's just like I don't know, it takes a lot of effort to grind that. Personally, I don't use the auto clicker, but I do let my phone sit and just run the game. Like I'll just do an auto mode and just let it run. The entire day. I just keep hitting retry, keep my phone on charger. That's how I'm able to collect all my tokens from that one.
Yeah.
I wish I've done that like earlier because I definitely missed out on emptying out the token pipe. But yeah, I tried to do the grinding myself, and it just became not fun to me. Like it wasn't fun to me because it was just like I have to keep doing this, and then like each time you're not gonna always get large amount of tokens when you do it. Sometimes you get 8, sometimes you get 5.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. Like when the tokens are like when it's the tour like this tour where you have to get like the hits. It's fun to be like, oh wow, I got 60 tokens. With the giant banana or something. So I mean that's part of the fun that I value. But like when someone, and I won't name names, but like when they're done with their tokens in 2-3 days, I don't feel like I'm being cheated. So that's
Because like it's like on your own personal account. I mean, at the end of the day, we all want everybody to empty out the pipe and get some good things because you know what you get out there. So many times when I have emptied out the pipe, the token pipe, the last 5 to 8 things when it gets to 100, it's really whack.
Yeah, and Issa, I would also say that, as someone that's played from day one and is a whale, I really think everyone should have equal opportunity to the token pipe. And I understand that a lot of people don't have the loadouts that I have or Draco has or Studfit has. I really think people should have equal access to empty that pipe. And if that's, for someone like Matt and Beer and Studfit to test those and work those to help those people, I will be all for it, because I think people should have access to that whole, to have access to empty that pipe.
Especially to like newer players too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it is
my son, he couldn't do it, because he doesn't play much, but whatever. But I really wish he was able to do that.
I think for myself, I have options, right? So like I can go into the tier shop, I can get into the daily selects. So I do it early just so I know what I have, right? So I just want to know what tickets, what high-end tickets, what cap tickets do I have, so I can plan for the accordingly for the tour.
Right.
And so that's why I do it early. Is I just want, if I can get it, I want to get it as soon as possible, because I want to know what I have. I don't want it to be
that's the only advantage, which isn't much, because you don't really know what you're gonna get. It's not
you
really don't. There's also the theory of when it's when the tokens are part of coins and you want to get rid of the tokens so you get more red coins. I really think it's a minimal advantage. I think if you really want to get,
I'd argue on that one. I'd argue on that one. It's 5 to 10 actions for every coin box frenzy.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe it's a little it's less minimal, but let's be honest here.
I don't know, 5 to 10 actions if you got 2 coin box frenzies, and it might impact the singles a little bit too. I don't know, that goes a long way. I mean, it's noticeably. It's noticeable.
I think you can also compensate that with skill.
I don't think you can make up for, somewhere if you got a double coin box frenzy, 2 singles, you're missing out on somewhere from 10 to 15 actions. That's hard to make up no matter what skill. Okay. Now there are people that are, like best of the best that might be able to make up 15 actions. There's no way I could improve my skill to make up 15 actions.
No, I'll let you win that argument. Okay.
Well, thank you. You've apologized and also given me.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, you're talking about the cream of the crop there. I'm trying to get the rest of the players that aren't the cream of the crop. I don't know. So I'll when the numbers, you win on that one. You absolutely do. When it comes to shove, yes. But let's factor in the whole.
I think I have an idea.
Maybe 90% of the people would have token into that scenario.
I'll even say 70%. So
I think I have an idea. You know what? For our next competition, you should buy a shovel for the grave that you're just digging yourself. You're just like. I'm joking. My
grandmother said, if I don't have anything nice, then don't say anything at all.
You should get this one, Chief.
Well, send it to me and I'll wear it.
Sure, I will.
I'll DM you my address. Send it to me.
I have a quick question.
Issa, go ahead.
I don't know if this was just me, but when they first introduced token pipes, wasn't it easier to grind? Because I really feel like I took.
Yeah, it was.
They had like a multiplier in it. Yeah.
It was kind of easier.
I feel like it was easier to grind, and then as the tours went on,
there was like the shell hits, whatever, and that was tough. If I remember correctly, it had to be specific shells. That was brutal. But then there was a while, where there was like a multiplier. It's when we see like the Versus Tour, it oftentimes has a multiplier. Sometimes it's ×2, but we've seen +3. We've seen some other multiplier why am I saying it the wrong? Multipliers that help you for every hit. You get 3 tokens instead of 1. But yeah, it's been very rougher
the most.
And maybe we're just not playing as much. I mean, you have to remember a year ago we were. I mean, I think we're still addicted, but like we were really addicted. We actually had like a real problem back then. I mean, why were we playing this game during the filler year? Like it was a terrible year to play the game, and we were all playing it like it was like crack cocaine, but we were just like going crazy.
I'm still going crazy in this game.
At least I'm talking. Maybe I'm talking just for myself, but I was playing the game
I was playing.
It was during COVID too. It was during COVID too.
I was playing.
I was playing the game way too much, and it was that's why I had to start the GP90X thing. Is because the time. Put way too much time into it, man. And now, like I've relaxed and found a pretty good happy medium. But even now, I mean, it's still sometimes too much. But sorry, I kind of stole the conversation from you, Issa. What were you gonna say after that?
I mean, you're fine. I mean, yeah, I played the game way too much, and that's because I was in company. I got free time on my hands. And now, I mean, I play even when I come home from work. I'm tired, so I try to do everything I can during my lunch break. When I get home from work, I'm just drained. Try to play, then I end up falling asleep.
Yeah.
I mean, to go full circle, that's why I like using the speech commands. It's like, could I get all the tokens? Yeah, sure. But it's something nice about just having that box checked and feeling like I got that done. I feel like I don't have to play more than I actually really want to. So, for me, that does a lot. That's very helpful for me. But I get it. I completely understand, and I appreciate everyone's. Response and their opinion. I think that's healthy to have.
I still love you.
Me too.
I'm actually going to be the one bringing the controversial pitchfork thing.
Oh, go for it.
Honestly against it, and at best it's a moral gray area, and that's at best. If it's a versus tour, though, I would say if it's it takes away from like the manual grind. And the other thing I will say, if it's a versus tour, I will automatically be considering that cheating. I do in general, but it's even more so if it's a versus tour. I'm going to say Mario versus Luigi 2020. That one guy, Team Mario, that used the autoclicker.
Yeah.
Yep. And people were still salty about that for the same tour, 2022. It's like, maybe Luigi would win without that cheater. So it's like, okay.
Well, I don't think he was. I don't think that guy was using. That guy was not using autoclicker, in my opinion. But
he actually admitted to it, if I recall correctly.
Okay. All right.
So, like, it was still something that people were salty about, like, nearly 2 years later, and like, I just don't see how it could be considered an actual okay thing. Like, I suppose the real overall impact is minimal. Let's say for like a normal tour, but if it's a versus tour, it's skewing potential results.
Were people honestly salty about this?
Yep, I saw people even on the Reddit server, for Mario versus Luigi.
Guys,
Drago, why are you funny on a telepath?
This is 2021. We took this game way too seriously.
Oh my god.
2020. This is 2020, and people are still salty in 2022.
We were, I mean, we took the game way too seriously for what the game was at the time.
I didn't even take it that seriously. Come on, guys.
At the very least, you won't get banned. Like, there's more serious problems out there than autoclickers. Like, there's still issue like account boosting, which is almost impossible to detect.
We don't need to talk about
you
that.
cannot detect that. That's a whole nother can of worms. And like the big issue is that you can't prove it unless someone just flat out says it. Like, there have been issues like my actual in-game name is actually a reference to that. I've seen so much.
Yeah, I saw Delta also did that too.
Delta okay, I'm gonna be quick. Delta actually did that.
Yeah,
Delta did that because I called him out. Delta actually did that because I called him out on it. Yeah. But yeah, I will say, like, you won't get banned. I mean, Nintendo has had a very weird thing of bans. Like,
we don't need to talk about
which tour was it? No, I was just saying, you won't get banned for that. There's weirder things, but no one's been banned for that.
We can move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, boosting is totally different. But I do remember that tour that the guy was using. Maybe if he was using autoclicker, he was using it like all day, all night for the full 14 days. Compared to like some of us who just, we use it for, from Wednesday to Saturday or Sunday just while we're sleeping.
Yeah.
And then, we turn it off. So I don't know. There was some blatant like using it for abuse. And this is like, maybe there was only like 2 or 3 people. I don't know. Whoever was using it was like, they were using it and it was just them compared to like now we all kind of are using it. I know of, probably, 50, 60 people that are using it on every single tour basis. But yeah, I think it all evens out when we all on different teams. You can't have 50 people all on the same team. If we collude on all on the same team and we were all doing it every day, every night, 100% agree with you, man. But at the same point in time, it's like 5 rubies. Like at the end of the day, worst case scenario, not that big of a deal. I just think I think that I'm glad that they have not fixed the easy bots. I'm glad that they allow us to be able to do some of these things, allow us to be able to hard stop and get our ticket back from a race. Because if we didn't have these things, we'd probably be quitting the game a lot more at a much higher clip than we are today. So
I agree.
I would be.
Can I actually toss a question regarding batchless bots?
Sure.
Now, this is nothing about cheating or anything. I'm just curious. Do you think Nintendo's actually trying to patch that?
No.
Because there was the thing last tour where people couldn't do it on Remix Rainbow Road 2T.
Really?
Yeah, I
It was-
found
yeah,
that. I
there's
found
one
that on the first day.
You can't do it. You
We
can't
make
do it
remember
on
the
the
first
track
day.
either.
Like, and then I've heard there were some tracks people could have duplicated this tour and people thought it was fixed. Like, I'm
I
like, do you
found
think
the
they're trying to
remix
fix
Rainbow Road
it?
last tour on the very first day.
Like, do you think they're trying to fix it? Weird bug?
No, I
or
think
is
just-
Nintendo
it's
trying to
just a
fix
quick-
it and they have no idea what went wrong?
I
Probably
think
Regardless
it's
of what
just
you think
accidental.
about that, let's just chalk that to the list of whoops, did Battleboat do that?
I don't know.
I think
Let's see.
they're gonna let us keep this bone. They're gonna let us.
Yeah, I would
I
say
think-
keep this.
I think they will. They're either letting us keep it or they just have no idea how to fix it. I'm kind of in the realm of they have no idea how to fix it, and they're probably just going to give up. Because like, why else would it
They're
not
probably just
work
gonna
on one
keep it to
specific
us.
track? Yeah, I mean, the item ticket thing is still there, as far as I'm aware. Like, if you close the game, you
Oh yeah,
don't lose the item ticket. Is that still there?
yeah. Oh yeah. Do it every day.
Yeah, it's
There's
been
all
there for a while.
there's all sorts of weird
I kind of
things
like.
going on in the game.
I like it. I feel bad for like new players who don't know about it, but you can just watch a stream and someone does it like flippantly and like, why'd you do that? And people ask the question and everyone's very open-minded and encouraging to welcome those type of questions. But yeah, there are a lot of finicky things like that honestly, I mean, all the ones that hurt us really bad. We've gone in and with our pitchforks and said fix it. And these other things we just don't. I mean, we're not. I would hope that no one's telling people to fix it. And honestly, I think that Nintendo doesn't. The more that they know that like we found out a secret and we kind of are utilizing it, the more they probably feel like that we're going to probably stick with the game. Because we feel like we kind of have this secret.
Yeah,
I'm going to cite driver hitbox as a thing. Like throughout the game, there are 4 drivers that have the wrong hitbox.
Yeah.
2 of them have not been fixed, and like very few people commented. One of them was fixed after a few months that some people commented, and the other one was fixed immediately that everyone complained about.
Yeah.
I'm referring to the ninjas, Dr. Bowser, and Gold PD, respectively. Like,
yeah.
And to be honest, Gold PD I thought was like one of the most blown out of proportion things. But at the end, Barbie was like, I'm not surprised. Drivers hit 3 times, so I'm not surprised they would have done it again.
You know what's interesting? So back in the day, we're used to work at a Chick-fil-A. Like when I was 14 to like 20 years old. It was a long time I actually worked there. But I remember there were like some secret menu items, and there were these people. There were these people that would come there every day and order. And I was like, why are these people? This is not that good. There's a reason why it's no longer on the menu. But like people kept coming back there for it every single day. And I think I know why. It's because when people feel like they have a secret, there's something about it that draws them to want to utilize it.
Yeah, it's like a power.
It's like a power.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it actually, like, there's probably studies on it to prove that people actually are more willing to play something longer or be willing to do something longer when they know that they have a secret. It's kind of like also in the same way that when we have an account, we don't want to quit the game, or like in ranked mode, when we don't want to stop playing the game because then we'll go down a rank. So it's kind of like this sunken cost fallacy that we feel like we've already invested.
Yeah.
Right, Issa?
Yeah, Issa's like,
Yeah, but
y'all.
yeah, but it's also the thing that like even if you don't play the game, like log in for the week, you don't go around rank. But then like especially with the meta the game is in, you're not going to keep up on the new tracks. Like, let me just pull up a track from rank. I'm just going to look up Singapore 3RT. It's mostly new drivers. I mean, Happy Peach is the only driver that wasn't from 2022 that's there.
She's the best. I have it.
Yeah, she's my only driver at level 1. Yeah, I mean, she's my only driver. I mean, but yeah, there's her, Roaring Racer, the purple suit. Then you have the Cat, Painter, Chef, not Painter, and Dr. Luigi's. And say that to that. Like,
one thing I'm definitely doing this tour is grinding.
Of course, also better with the.
So,
It's also better with like the Spotlight shop because like. I'm sorry.
Issa, what'd you say, man?
I'm definitely grinding for XP this tour.
XP.
Yeah.
I still have to do my XP. I'm planning on doing that.
Yeah.
If I can make any recommendations to people who are watching this, my 2 recommendations would be: 1, make sure to buy Ty Daisy in your shop. She's only 105 rubies. Get
Fire.
Yeah, that's a steal. That's a steal.
Number 2. Number 2.
Kitsune.
No. Number 2, grind EXP. The player level that you can grind. These city tracks, we don't know when they'll come back. And we have so many cities to grind. It's really, really difficult.
Tokyo's
We
not
also
that
have the
bad.
original Tokyo, which might not return for a while.
Remember
So those are also
Remember Tokyo would be in like every 2 months. I wouldn't mind that. I'm like one of 2 people that like Tokyo Blur. That's not an exaggeration. I'm aware of only 2 people that like Tokyo Blur.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, a couple on this call. With that being said, we do have to wrap up our time here together. We've surpassed 2 hours here. How crazy is that? It always flies by. So thank you guys all for joining us today, and appreciate everyone's time and great questions and interjections there. I think from our perspective, we'd love to hear from each of you, just if you can, what's one thing that you're going to be doing here in the next this upcoming year in 2023 that you weren't doing in 2022, just as kind of a farewell. I'll start with you, Draco, because I know you're always trying to find new stuff.
Yeah, I have one more new stuff I want to try. First of all, I will not play with more Yoshi because I cannot play them, but more with princesses. But what I wanted to say about that is actually for me, I think I have a slightly like passion back to, I want to grind more, but I want to learn more about the tracks, more about the skills, because boomerang and Lucky 7 and all those stuff are fun to do. I want to talk about the wall record. So this year I tried it last tour and I grind so much. So like this tour, it's not like really a filler tour, but like slightly like if the tour is less fun, I still want to have, I want to have fun and learn more about the game. So I was like, why not to challenge myself and try to get wall record? So that's what I think I'm going to do more. Maybe like every tour, I'm just going to choose one track and I will grind and have fun. So far, I have currently played the Tokyo Blur 3RT for more than 15 hours. That's a lot.
15 hours, 1.5.
Yeah,
wow.
I want to probably get more time on it, but this is what I want to do this year into my. I want to do as for fun. And yeah, I mean, thanks for having me. That was a pleasure to be here, Stud. Always a pleasure to talk with every single one of you. And the other piece of advice I want to probably give is community, because I found a lot of awesome people throughout my journey, and Discord is a way for you to discover this community and talk with friends. So yeah, that's my piece of word. And Chief, that was fun to you be with me, and Issa as well. I was loving to talk with everybody else. So yeah.
Good, man. Appreciate you. And if you haven't checked out Draco's channel, you can check him out at Draco655, a link in the description. Please check him out and watch his Mushroom Legacy. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that, Draco. Jeeves, what's one thing you want to do this year that you didn't do in last year?
This year, I just kind of, I don't want to get too emotional. I mean, I'm this, even though this was kind of like a last minute thing to drop in, because like I'm really trying just to kind of lay back a little bit. I'm trying to get my mental health back, and when we say like we get obsessed with this game, I think it has become kind of an addiction, and trying to be try to be the best you can, and I keep pressuring myself. But like I like your channel because I like kind of coming on here. I think StudFit, you're a friend beyond the game, so I'm always happy to help being on here. And I think a lot of this whole thing has just been kind of my story. So I think I still like to play the game. I want to just kind of hold back on getting into servers, and I've only limited myself to 2 servers, you and and someone else, and I think that's kind of what I'm going to try and do. I'm still going to play the game. I'm still going to I'm going to try for ACR every now and then, and it's really a hard question to answer what I'm going to do this year. There's a lot of things that I've done that I feel like I shouldn't have done, and I'm trying to fix those. It's been a struggle, but I'm trying to get those right, and maybe I'll come back in some time, and we can discuss that later. I really don't have much to say beyond that.
That's completely
sorry to come into a serious moment though, but
it's okay. We love you too.
Here's the thing though, like I'm always glad to hop in here. This is still kind of like a home to me. I can remember doing this. I think I was in episode 2 or 3, and you've always made me feel welcome. So I feel like this is kind of my home, and yeah.
You are always welcome, man. And honestly, there's sometimes where I'm like, oh man, I can't forget. I don't want to, I have Kart Talk tonight. And there'll be times where I'm like we're doing stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's, got to head home early for this. And it's not like a hassle or anything, but I'm always like just reminding myself, it's not like a chore or anything like that, but it's like one of those things where I'm like, oh yeah, got this thing Friday night. I can't do this or can't do that, which is totally fine. But then all I have to do is just sit here, and I'm like, this is good. This is like one of the highlights of the week.
With the rundown and everything's so like wrapped into stats and stuff, and I'll just kind of go off, just do what you want. You have your own account. Do whatever you want with it, and I'll just leave it at that. And
that's a good point. No, I mean, I will say, I don't think I could ever do a tour reaction to the tour reveal. I just can't. I couldn't do that. I mean, it's for me, it's like a really boring video to like watch.
I've never watched them.
I can't watch them anymore. Because
I've never watched them.
Well, because someone will just like,
hey,
look at this, and then they zoom in and like, oh, look at this, look at that. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't know. To me, it just would make really bad content. So I just don't do it. I would rather have 5 or 6 of my friends join me, and us all talk about it and have a blast chat about it. So,
and I think that's what Kart Talk does. It kind of gives me a nice little release, just to kind of sit and this is where I am. I don't know what's going to happen. I've been competitive. I've done ACR. I'm not saying I'm not done with ACR.
I was gonna say you crushed it last tour.
I did, and
You did.
I'm doing pretty well this tour, and I'm not really like I didn't even fill out a spreadsheet, but like
when you're good, man. I get it. I completely understand. All right, Issa. No, I appreciate that, Jeeves. Thank you very much for joining us.
And it was awesome meeting the new guys too. Issa, you're awesome.
Issa, the beast.
So definitely this year I want to definitely start grinding XP just in general. I feel like I missed out a lot. I could have been a higher level if I've been doing it, because I'm also day 1 player as well.
Nice.
Well,
Nice.
close to day 1 player. I played within the same month it came out. But
That's cool.
Yeah, I've never really
A day 3 player.
Huh?
A day 3 player.
Day 3.
Since we're down to the days.
I just wish that I did grind for XP because I would have definitely been at a higher level. So definitely grinding more XP. I feel like it's fun doing that. I attempted ACR, but it just wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. So I was like, let me just grind XP instead.
At least you try.
Right. And then also too, it's not fully what G said, but just to like kind of piggyback off of that, I'm glad to be able to be on your channel StudFit. I'm glad to meet people like the YouTubers like Draco. G's not a YouTuber, but I've been watching you.
He's basically a YouTuber. he's like the Anselev of Kart Talk,
I've just always felt like, I was kind of nervous of joining, membership and try to join in on the talks and talk about a game that I love. Because I just felt like I wasn't, I'm nowhere near y'all level of being good at the game, but
we love you, Issa.
It doesn't matter. We love you.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
And it's great being able to talk to you guys about a game that I love, that we all love. And I know I'm not as competitive as far as like ACR stuff, but that was one thing I was kind of nervous about because I felt like maybe what I have isn't as good as y'all's, and I won't be able to talk about those things with you guys, but y'all made it, comfortable to be able to talk about anything. Y'all stress the point of, you play the game how you want to play it. There's no right or wrong way to play it. You play it, you get what you want. You level up whatever kart glider you want. Like it's a game at the end of the day, and it's there for you to have fun and take off stress and everything. So that's definitely something that I have learned along the way, and I'm glad to be able to talk to y'all about this game that I cherish, and I really hope that it doesn't go away, but anytime soon. But, we
gotta get a group hug, Issa. Come on,
big group hug.
Come on, buddy. Come in.
But let's say years later, if they do decide to get rid of the game, this would definitely be a game that is going to go down in history, in the Mario history. Like this game is nothing like this at all. But that's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me here.
Preach, man. You were awesome.
Thanks for
You're amazing, dude.
To our two new guests, thank you guys, both Weby and Tyler, for joining us. Mr. Play How You Want To, Weby, what would you like to say as being one thing you want to try this year? And also say goodbye to your new fans that you have here.
I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I actually just moved where I am over Christmas, so I've been here for about a month. So it's more of a get used to a new place. I don't have to stay ridiculously late for a new tour, so that's good. I don't have to be up at 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
I could watch my disastrous ranks, and at 9 p.m. like last week, I literally got 17th. Because I had too many level 1s, and my only high level items were Black Yoshi and the Cheer Ship.
Nice.
Here's my 1/6 level 1 loaded on Bangkok. It's just cursed. But yeah, you could do all sorts of things in this game. I've avoided the meta for quite a while, like Gold Chuck, which I got a couple tours ago. He's the only plus skill driver I've actually have a double cap. There's 3 others have single cap, but he's the only double cap that I've done. So you could pretty much do anything if you put your heart to it and get a bit lucky. Like my first ACR Sky Tour, I got 451st in that one. So it ended up getting top 500 somehow. It was one of those tours I believe half of Eggplant Yoshi's tracks were there. He's not a good driver by any means. I hardly get to use him, and I'm Garvey's quirky investments. It's like that kind of thing, like that one tour where that 7 triple cab egg hunt is paying off. But like I haven't told, I actually would be like rather deadly if I actually started like instantly shifting to coinbox and whatnot. Like if I did that, I've been told I actually would be like quite deadly.
You'd be deadly.
Especially
Wow.
like me tour got 311 for that.
Well, I'm glad you haven't.
Yeah, 311, and I think that's what I've been told. But then again, I'm also more known for bomb cannons.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you didn't move to Coinbox because
yeah, but
if you
I
would be
have a
deadly,
level
like
6
actually people are
gold
dying
truck,
because of
and
how
I
good
give
you
like-
are. That's
I think
not
it's like 10 tracks plus number 3 where he wins because I don't like you beat. Because I think he's got Daisy Cruiser. It's not that kind of deadly. I'm not killing people. Well, just because he's bomb cannons.
Okay, all right. Well, just figure
That
it
thing
out.
has
Oh, I see.
good range. I mean, I love doing the bomb days on Twilight House because you can just pick a cannon and boom. People, stop camping in the corners. That's not a good thing. You just couldn't be blown up by a cannon.
Well, Weby, I'm glad you joined
But
us.
as for like the game itself, I actually do want to get back to like clamours and whatnot. I just don't know the right way to go around doing that because I don't know how to find a team that I can stick with. Yeah, thanks. It was an experience. I'm surprised it did not kill everyone's brain cells in 7 minutes like I thought it would.
No, I mean we had 2 hours of Weby, man. What's better than that? You can't beat that.
Yeah.
Well, good. We'll move now to Tyler. Thank you again for joining, Tyler. Absolute pleasure, man. Good to finally meet the man behind the member multiplayer legend.
This is awkward.
Yeah, there's sort of a little delay there, but Tyler, say hello to
2
your fans.
hours and 1 minute.
Tyler, say hello to your fans, say goodbye to your fans, and let us know one thing this year that you would do differently from last year.
I am a Tyler fan. Go
Tyler.
Go, Tyler.
Personally, I just want to grind XP because compared to everyone, I am only 140 as my player
140.
level. I just don't grind at all.
Same.
And that's probably what killed me in
It's all
ACR
good,
too,
though.
because I tried back in like the very last tour, like the winter tour, and I ended up missing it by like I want to say like 85k or something. And maybe if I like increased my level more, I would have had a higher chance of actually getting there.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to get ACR at least once. Gold me is something that I want, and just to hoard tickets.
Yeah, I mean it's a learning experience. You got it. I mean now you know.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah,
Go, baby.
I'm a fan, man.
11 tiers away.
Wow.
11 tiers
Issa.
away.
The number one ticket
Away
for
from,
me,
tier
the
8.
number one secret to the number one secret to hoarding tickets is having no clue where the heck you want to dump them all. This keeps happening, and this part of me that's like, do the Prancer. I'm like, do I really want to do the Prancer? I'm gonna have some curse level ones, like cheap island RT, and like I have the purple dozer and the flaming jet setter, and I'm like,
So like Jeeves was telling me how his son hijacked his account yesterday and changed his name.
Yeah.
And was so glad that he didn't use tickets and start investing in random things. I think Weby, I think you have an inside your body child who's like spending your tickets on things that you may or may not regret later. But it's your own game. You can do whatever you want. Doesn't matter if it's your outside child, inside child, whatever it is, man. I absolutely love the passion though that you have for the game. I appreciate that. And Tyler, thanks again for joining us. Thank you for your passion and mad skill, man. But with that being said, we're well over 2 hours. So thank you to those who were watching us all during our premiere. We appreciate you guys so much. And thank you guys all here for taking the time tonight to join us. But until next time, may the frenzy luck be with you. See you later.
You guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.